Okie dokie. Let me just make sure that everything is ready to go and we will get started doing all my usual checks before we get started. So I got the audio good. You can see me, I hope. And yeah, I guess we're good to go. Welcome, everybody, to another stream where we're going to go over a bunch of Code Geass manga. By the way, not related to Code Geass. Well, sort of related, but not really. I don't know why I'm smiling. It's not even that funny. But since Queen Elizabeth passed away, guess who's now in charge of? Who's the new? Well, he's not in charge, obviously. Kings don't really have any. The monarchy has no real authority, but Charles is king of England. I thought it was funny. It was trending on Reddit for a little bit. People were saying, "Oh, hail Britannia," because Charles is now in charge of Britannia. Well, England. He's not in charge. He's the king. He's the king. So I thought it was kind of funny. Everyone was going, "Oh my God, Charles is the king." And apparently, also like Yuffie died the same day as Queen Elizabeth. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. September 8th. So I don't know. That's kind of and it's not funny, but that's kind of interesting. Oh, and obviously today is 9/11. So in memory of those people who unfortunately were killed in that tragic incident. I don't know if you guys remember. You know, everyone likes to say, "Sorry, it's not funny," but there was a South Park episode where I believe it was "Where Were You?" You know, they were making fun of like those stupid songs about 9/11 that were really how do I put this, not condescending, but they were clearly milking it for the wrong reasons, as if there was a right reason to milk what happened. But anyways, back to the original point. When I was actually a much younger guy back then, kid obviously, when that happened, in elementary school, and that was a really crazy day. I remember like there was so much panic, and like where I live, which is in Chicago, like they evacuated the Sears Tower, and now it's called the Willis Tower, I believe, but I always call it the Sears Tower. I mean, it was complete havoc in the country during that time. So it's crazy how long it's been since, but yeah, that was an interesting time. I was a little kid back then. I wouldn't say little, but you know what I mean. So just thinking back all those years ago, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any like deep analysis to say about what happened in 9/11, but yeah, that was a that was a very interesting time. The country changed in a complete different direction. I don't agree with everything that happened as a result of that, but yeah, that like since 9/11, man, some of those we still haven't really recovered from. If you think about all the policy that went into place because of making us safer, and some that I think worked, and some of it was a little well too much. Anyways, I don't talk about politics on this channel or ever because I know that that's a very that can make or break anybody. So I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, 9/11 was a commemoration to all the people who passed away because yeah, that was an insane day. The more I think about it. Okay, let's get into the manga. A little less, a little less depressing. So let's just do a quick recap because it's been about a week since I streamed. Because one of the reasons is I've been trying to Xerox all the manga, and I have gone through most of the volumes. I have about three more to go. No, yeah, I got three more to go, and I obviously can't show you images of the manga if I don't have it. You know, so there you go. Okay, so this is chapter 12, and the previous chapter, Mao was involved in the story, and of course the one prior to that. And due to his influence, Lelouch had to erase Shirley's memories. Mao was left hanging on looked like some construction area, and so he's going to come back into the story. You know how this goes. Mao is never he wants to be with C2, and he'll do almost anything for it. And yeah, that's where the story takes place from, or that's where we're going to start from. Um, the story takes place out from the beginning of the story. When Lelouch gets the Geass power, all that fun stuff. So let's get into it. Okay, so in this first image you see here, this is Mao freaking out. If you guys remember the original anime, let me just like he was upset because he was in the same scenes before. He's in the school library and he's freaking out. Now, one thing they don't have in this manga is Lelouch and C2 don't take a train to Narita because Narita didn't happen in this in this manga, right? There was no landslide, there was no battle, no JLF stuff. All that was removed from the story. So instead, we just cut right to Mao being upset because of people reading. He can read people's minds and he can't turn it off. So that's all that's happening here. So this discussion between Luge and C2, it's very interesting what they decided to do. They broke it up into several sections, even though most of it happened in one scene, but they decided to change it up a little bit. So this scene in this image here, they're talking about Mao in general and his Geass power and the limits to it. This, of course, happened in the train when they were going from Naruto back to settlement, but yeah, obviously that didn't happen in the story, so they had to make it this way and see how they're keep talking about it, about his contract with Mao, and he made this discussion here. He said about like exposing Zero's identity and talking about Shirley. That also happened in the original anime, but I don't believe they discussed it in this particular area. So again, like what's his weakness? Well, he has to constantly read people's minds. You can never turn it off. That was, of course, discussed in the train. Other than that, it's the same, beat for beat, but they decided to show it here, and that's the part there. Now you'll see that Lucia's talking to Millie about vacating the clubhouse. There's actually a couple changes they made in the original anime when Lelouch decided to ask Millie about that. Well, first of all, there was a part where he told T2 he was going to. They didn't have that in the manga. Next, when Lelouch goes to talk to Millie, Shirley comes shortly during that conversation, and they don't have that part in the story where Shirley pretends not to notice Lelouch because she literally doesn't, because of the mind wipe. And here they got rid of that whole part. They also don't mention that Millie is currently set up with another person, a suitor. They put that stuff later on in the manga. I'm not really sure the reason behind why they decided to move things about, but they broke up parts of these conversations to later parts in the manga. It doesn't ruin the story or anything. Just saying, I noticed when I was going through it. They do talk about him being a prince, but the rest of the stuff they just don't discuss. She was saying, "Hey, did anyone recognize your identity as a prince?" And he's like, "Well, it's not that." And but she's very, of course, protective over them. As you guys know the story, when the Lelouch and Nellie were a little younger, they were taken in by the Ashford family, which is Millie's family. So that's kind of important. They also used to support Marion. Obviously, when she died, that kind of went down the tubes. But so they're pretty close with Lelouch's family, which makes sense why they'd be, helping them out. So here we see Shirley running into Lelouch and Suzaku, and remember her mind was erased, so she doesn't know who Lelouch is. Lelouch, by the way, has a series of it's a diary of pictures. He's going to burn them because even though he used Geass on Shirley, he's still concerned that she might reclaim her memories. That's why he has it there. In the original anime, it was a much different. They changed the whole thing. Instead, Lelouch took the diary in the middle of the night. Shirley was talking to her friend, I think it was Sophie, and then he burned it. They changed it here, which is totally fine. I mean, it same goal, I would say. She's like, "Oh, what's in there?" And he's like, "Well, just stuff. A person who was important to me, a friend so close, right?" He doesn't. He calls her a friend, which is important because in the original anime, uh, in the original anime, when Lelouch used Geass on Shirley, they met up right afterwards at the I believe it was the burial site for her father. I don't think it was the father's grave. When they were talking, she was discussing, or they were both talking about like why. Well, she wasn't sure why she was there. I'm like kind of rambling here. She wasn't sure why she was there, and Lucius explained that he lost someone close to him, and she's like, "Oh, did you love this person?" And he's like, "Well, I don't really know." And here he doesn't even. She never asked him that here. Instead, he just goes, "It was a friend that I really appreciated." He seems less. How do I put this? If he was in love with Shirley in the anime, I don't think he felt that way in the manga. At least as of right now, because he's like saying, "Oh, she was a friend, and I feel bad for losing her." But when he talked about her in the anime, he said like she was someone whose smile could save me. That's a pretty strong statement. But here he's just like, "Yeah, she was a friend. She meant a lot to me. I was upset to lose her." That sort of thing. Like he was. he's making it very clear at this point that they were friends. And in the anime, he made it very clear they could have been something more. So they changed up that little bit, that part up, and obviously this happened in the schoolhouse or clubhouse instead of happening at Naita because again, Naita didn't happen in the manga. Suzaku talks to Shirley about confessing her love to Lelouch. She has, she's confused that she liked Lelouch, which is kind of weird. Also, I believe, um, okay, so it's not here. But there's another part that's actually kind of interesting. Anyway, so if you guys forgot in the anime, Suzaku tried to help Shirley ask out Lelouch, and it was stage 8. He walked away to give Shirley a chance to make a move. She didn't do it though because, how do I put this? Oh, Lelouch didn't let her because he was upset with Suzaku saying, "I'm going back to base," and Lelouch's like, that must be where he thinks his home is at. So she never got a chance because Lelouch was not even remotely interested in even hearing her out because he was too focused on his own stuff. But yeah, this scene is just trying to demonstrate that Shirley doesn't remember Lelouch, obviously, or that she was in love with him. But Suzaku was trying to help them out, so that's. Yeah, see, I used to like him. Then he's burned the diary again. Their dynamic just happened at night, and she was talking to Sophie in her dorm room because she couldn't find her diary. This is an interesting little scene here where Lelouch is talking about how he's lost a lot of things up to this point, and how do I put this? The sacrifice he's done to get to this point, if it's even worth it, which is what he's discussing here. But what I like about this manga, and this chapter and the subsequent ones, that Lelouch thinks more about his actions than he did in the anime. I feel like because they had a second chance to go through the story, and they also had a how would I put this? They can spend more time with certain events. They can let characters really think about certain things. I mentioned earlier on the manga where after Suzaku dies, Lelouch thought he was dead. There's certain parts where he is how do I put this? He's like thinking about it even afterwards. In the anime, he only thought about it once Suzaku was shot and with C2 before he got killed, or before they were going to kill him rather. But after that, he never really thought much about Suzaku. But in this manga, he thinks about him quite often before the reveal he's still alive, which it's not a long time between those two events, but they still dedicated pages to that, and they do more stuff like this as well, like with Shirley's mind being erased. So now we have a part here where there's a bunch of changes in this one. So if you guys remember in the original anime, C2 first of all goes off to find Mao on her own. She doesn't do that here. Second of all, Lelouch has the Black Knights looking for Mao. I believe it was Naomi at the time. They kind of changed how that was going about. And so they decided to just have them all meet here, have C2 and Lelouch have that similar conversation about how to deal with Mao. She says, like, use me as bait. It's too dangerous for you to come out. Oh, he's looking for him. But they're in a bad situation. Now, here's what I like about the manga over the anime. This is actually a really big difference. When Lelouch was talking to C2 about his Geass, he mentioned her. He talked to her before about what happens if I use it too much. If you guys remember in a previous chapter, he asked her a similar question, but she kind of shrugged him off. Well, here she explains that if he doesn't fulfill the contract or uses the power too much, he'll be consumed and controlled by it. And so that was in the original anime. He calls her a despicable monster, whatever, you coward, whatever term you want to use. And he also mentioned, oh, you made this contract a mile, and that's why he's pissed off at her because she gives people these contracts, but they ruin people's lives, essentially. But here's what I really like. He mentioned that, he said, okay, your name isn't human. What else are you lying to me about? And what I like about that is, unless I'm mistaken, Lelouch doesn't often confront C2 about anything that she's lied to him about, even though she lied to him quite often in the story. She's basically lying to him. You could argue she's lying to him until the Ragnarok connection. When that whole reveal happened, when she was helping out Mariana and Charles the whole time to start this whole thing, well, sort of, because she kind of left them, but she was still working with Mariana. She knew that Mariana was still alive in some capacity, but lied to Lelouch about that. We even saw her from the camera look at Charles and say, "Yeah, I mean, is this Lelouch's enemy?" Even though she knew who the heck he was, we literally see her in a flashback. I think it was turn 14 with Charles and Marion. So basically, in this scene here, Lelouch is actually calling out C2 for straight out lying to him, which he doesn't really do much in the original series, and I thought the conversation here was just very organic. Like this is how it should have been, where he's saying, "Okay, yeah, because of what happened, you didn't kill Mao, which is unfortunate, but because that Shirley is gone, also, what are you hiding from me? Why are you called C2? That's not a human name." And then what happens is she goes, "Oh, name's unnecessary," and then she goes, "I don't need a name." And then this is really good stuff. This is like actually like fantastic because C2 and Lucha are having a back and back conversation here about like the importance of names. And unlike the original anime where it was kind of casual and funny, like okay, you know, C2 is not very human either, and she's like, "Well, I mean, what about Lelouch? That's the other." They were talking about the different extremes where you can't let go of your past. And again, it was very casual and lighthearted. Here, they're literally like this is a serious conversation. They're like C2. If I zoom in for a second here, you can see C2 is visually pissed off with Lelouch, judging her. Sorry, about like her past, saying like, "Well, how come you have a real name? What is this crap? You can't abandon your past." And she's like, "You have no right to say that to me." Like she is visibly angry about what's happening here, as opposed to in the anime where it's like they had like her talking about her name, but it was more of like a sadness thing when they were in the cave, just saying like a name. Who needs a name? I got no memories, and that stuff. But here they're like, no, let's take that part from Narita because again, Narita didn't happen. We'll throw it here with the conversation about like why she's called C2 versus why Lelouch is called Lelouch. And again, I actually thought the scene was way more impactful, even though there's no animation, but it's more impactful to me because they're actually like C2 takes this very personally, and that makes sense um, given her past. So that's why I'm like, you know what, this makes perfect sense why they would discuss it because this is a very deep personal thing for C2. Her entire life, if you want to call it that, because she doesn't consider herself living, but you know what I mean. The dichotomy of her being immortal versus like not considered living, like she doesn't see herself as human anymore. She lost a lot of her. She doesn't remember what it was like to be that way. So she took a name that kind of resembled that for her. That's the whole like why snow is white situation or quote. So if they're having a deep conversation about this and they're getting very heated in it, I think that was the better response. Well, I don't mind the whole why Snow White. It was very casual, but if you think about it, this is one of C2's most deep assets or attributes of her. So I'm glad they made this a much more serious conversation. Okay, anyways, that little thing is over with. So Lelouch gets a call from Mao. You know how that goes, and he gives the phone to C2. She, of course, leaves. Lelouch, as a result, she throws the phone at him. It's the same thing as the original anime. I'm betraying you. We were really. I don't think she says we're even partners, but yeah, see, you're just my comrade, all that stuff, accomplices. Lelouch tries to use Geass on her. Of course, it doesn't work. She's like, stay by me. And she turns around and she's like, Geass doesn't work on me. Oh, which I think she told him that as well. It's the same thing. She goes off to face Mao, and then that part kind of concludes. Now, instead of having Lelouch, they changed several things here. One, Lelouch doesn't call Detailed after this. I'm sorry, Detailed calls Lelouch because he has new plans to reorganize the Black Knights. But Detard's not in the anime, so there's no conversation that could take place between the two of them. I'm sorry, he's not in the manga. Then Ogi calls Lelouch about trying to find Mao. They still haven't yet. Then Lelouch looks at the conversation from C2, and it's basically what he saw in the or what he heard in the original anime that if he doesn't go to Clovis Land, or she has to go to Clovis Land, or Ma will tell everyone about Lelouch's identity. And so Lelouch's like, okay, great, I'm going to go off and to save C2. Now, we don't see Lelouch doing much prep work for the. We don't see Lelouch doing any prep work for going to stop Mao. If you remember, you see him like in a room, like plugging his laptop to overwrite the screen with the recording. We don't see that stuff, so instead they just go right to it. C2 goes to confront Mao like in the original anime, but they decided to cut out a lot of the parts from the story, which is fine. Cut right to chase is fine by me. You see, it's the same conversation though. Like, I can't hear your mind. You're really quiet because Mao's Geass doesn't work on immortals or any immortal for that matter. And it's the same thing before. A Prince on a White Horse. She's like, you're still just a child. You're immature. He shows her the headphones, the recording to keep him sane. And of course, he mentioned the one you need with me, and C2 tried to shoot him, but he shoots her. He continues to shoot her. They're going to go to an island somewhere. Now, one thing to note is that in the original anime, he was going to use a saw on her to cut her up in pieces to get her on the plane. Here, they don't have that at all, and in fact, he just tells her to go to sleep, and that's it. See, he shot her in the head, and that was the whole thing. He had no intention of cutting her up. I'm not saying it makes him any more likable. I'm just saying that they changed the plan up a little bit here. But it's the same problem before. Mao's obsessed with C2. C2 is not obsessed with Mao, obviously. She should have killed him when she had the chance, and she abandoned him when he was younger, which was obviously not okay. See, he says here, like, check it out. Good night, C2. See you later. So that's what happens in that scene. Then Lelouch appears in the recording, which, by the way, I'm it's kind of adorable. They made him chibi in the video. That was kind of a nice touch there. Anyways, Lelouch, this is the same recording as from before. I believe they changed up a little bit of the verbiage, but it's the same basic point. Lelouch is distracting Mao. He explains that C2's the only one who knows who he is, or I should say, see, I'm the one who satisfies C2. You can't. That type of thing. She's with me, not you. All that stuff. I believe Mao talks about like what are you gonna do to stop him. That was in the original anime as well. So they kept things mostly the same here. The whole point is that Lelouch is trying to buy time and stall Mao by saying, "Hey, you can't provide for C2. You can't. What's the word? You can't satisfy her. She's abandoned you. I have everything. You got nothing." Mao freaks out. Tax doesn't matter. Then the cops come, which surprised Halloween. Lelouch, of course, saves C2. And he's like, "But were you just there? That was a video recording." So he was really upset about that. He was going to tell the cops about who he was, but the cops just shoot him instead because Lelouch used Geass on them. Which I know that I don't want us to go into details about this because I've already ranted about it several times. But I'm just thinking, like, can he read Lelouch's mind to know that he used the Geass on the cops? And it's funny because he did know that he did. What? Sorry, that was a weird sentence. He was aware of it because he mentioned it in stage 16 when he was encountering Lelouch, saying, when you told the cops to shoot me, you should have told them to kill me. Which is funny because if he knew the cops were going to shoot him in this scene, he would have reacted differently. Unless, of course, he couldn't focus on anybody because they're all surrounding him. But he still knew about it, so it's weird. The writing here is a little strange. They didn't change that from the manga. That's more of a grander problem, I guess you could say. So they shoot Mao, I think, only once. Now, one thing here in the story, Mao's dead at this point. There's no, like, second coming. There's no Britannia medical science, which one of the most controversial things in the story. There's none of that. He's dead. Mao is dead at this point. You don't see him ever again after the story, which is fine. I don't have many complaints about that. I think, honestly, if you killed Mao in the episode 15, that was the end of it, that would have been fine, too. I'm not against him coming back. I'm not against that last chess game where Lelouch using Geass on himself. Thought that was really brilliant. But technically speaking, if he died there, it would have been fine. Anywho, Lelouch and C2 me on top of this building to discuss Mao. And if you remember the original anime, they actually took a helicopter to a helipad and they discussed it there. So I'm not sure exactly how long since the thing with Mao happened. When this occurs, I'd have to say, given the blood stains on C2, maybe right afterwards. So I don't know. Anyways, they go through their past. C2 discusses that she made a contract with Mao when he was a kid. They show you a little flashback of when that happened. In the anime, this flashback was shown earlier on with the story, but here they decide to put it out here, which is fine. I think it explains enough about what happened. Lelouch then explains to C2 that he will keep the contract. He let the power overwhelm him. And then this is important. He thanks her. If you remember the original anime, he thanked her in Naita. Again, Naita didn't happen in the stories. I had to keep compensating for that. So here's when he thanks her for saving his life. And then C2 said, "Oh, it's the first time everyone's ever done that for me before." They kind of joke about who's, if she's his property or something like that, or he's her property. I didn't quite get that joke. And then here C2 said, "I might tell you my real name." Now, if you remember, it's Naita. Didn't happen. Lelouch did not hear C2 explain her real name. So here we might get another example of it. One thought I had, and this is just, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, which is, so if Lelouch heard C2 murmur it while she was sleeping, well, how come we never heard her do that before? They've slept next to each other, I would assume, for months at this point. You're telling me in the amount of time they've slept next to each other in the same room, he never heard her once mutter her name or murmur her real name? Or perhaps he had, but he didn't know it was. So, just a thought about that whole sequence. Uh, very, doesn't really matter. Okay, this is, by the way, I'm going to read some comments in a second, but this is the last of all the manga online. After this, you can't find anything else in that website. So I Xeroxed a bunch of manga chapters and I pieced it together into, I should say scan, not Xerox. I scanned it. And I pieced it together into individual pictures. When I'm completed, I'll post on Discord. You guys can download all of them right now. But it takes a quite a bit of time to photocopy it, and then use Photoshop to break it up into individual pages. So it's a bit of a process to go through, but I'm from this point on, you're going to see a different style or quality because again, these are literally scannings of the manga. So that is that. Before we move on, let me check my notes here. I don't have too many. I think I went over everything I mentioned. Let me just make sure. 2 seconds here. Loose running. Okay, loose. Yeah, that's right. Luce burns the diary. hmm I don't think there's anything else here. Mm, I believe that's everything. Uh, yeah, okay. All right, let me read some comments real quick and then we'll move on to the next one. Yep. Uh, RIP to Elizabeth and long, all hail King Charles. RIP there with 9/11. Yeah, what a horrible day. Okay. Actually, you know what's funny? I'm such an evil bastard. But one thing when I was in high school, obviously the chances of this happening is very likely. There was someone who was actually born on 9/11, so their birthday was essentially a memorial for all everyone who died in that same day. So not the best birthday in the world, I would say. Anyhow, first question: what if Zero and the Black Knights teamed up with Japan JLF in the Battle of Narita? Will they fight the story? They could have probably made a better dent for sure. The problem is that the Boar Eyes were lost. If they had the Boar Eyes with like Toto and the four holy swords, they could have probably fought back Britannia. But because they didn't have those, they were slightly disadvantaged. Plus, they were only facing a small portion of the military. If the Black Knights went that direction, it could have been a lot worse. That being said, I don't know if it was the best approach to simply abandon JLF and have them die. But and I say abandon, I mean, Lelouch actually killed them. So it wasn't like yeah, what happened in that scene was kind of well, that's a whole other topic for another time. But I think it could have been a lot worse if they had joined up. There could have been like a more casualties. I bet they probably would have lost too. Um, then again, though, they did almost destroy Cornelia, but Suzaku got involved, so maybe it would have made a difference at all. Now I think about it, I'm gonna say there's no difference. They probably was still the outcome would probably have been mostly the same. Although I bet Kadase would not have been. No, they weren't going to kill Kadase, right? Because they were fleeing. Then never mind. I don't see a difference in the outcomes. Yeah, but that also introduces a lot of problems to the story too. I mean, if you have assassins consistently in the story, um, I can see scenarios where why aren't certain characters being eliminated, and the whole thing with the assassins in Code Geass General was not really handled well. It does open up a lot of potential plot holes in the story, so I'm glad they didn't have more assassins besides Jeremiah and Rollo, and they should have kept it. It was just kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. The assassin stuff is it kind of introduces a lot of plot holes to the story. Or not plot holes, but like serious considerations. I know you praise the Night Frame battles, but I find them art to be very pretty bland. I would not say they're one sided. Suzaku versus Colin at the very end was not one sided. Suzaku versus Colin in turn six for that brief time when they both had the equal power nightmare frames. I don't think that was one sided. Shinkai versus Colin was not one sided, just she ran out of power, which was kind of bullcrap. Um, the other thing too is that most of the fights weren't as considered one on one. A lot of it was group efforts, like Anya versus everybody or Colin versus everybody. So it's or Zaku versus everybody. So it's hard to like because Kogias is not a battle shonen or battle story period. It's hard to compare like other traditional anime that have done this. Now it is true that it's good to see mechas with equal mechas fighting, but it doesn't have to be the case. I mean, in Full Metal Panic, many of the battles in that story were not one side, were very one sided. I meant to say, and they were still good though, so I have no complaints about that. And same with Eureka Seven and other good mechas I've watched in the past. Um, so I'm not too upset with like the one sided stuff. The blandness is very obviously that's subjective. Some of them were, I will admit. I don't think they all were though. Yeah, those were good ones. Yeah, those were good fights. I think even Bismarck versus Shinkai was pretty solid too. Yeah, kind of like what's it called? Like Michael Bay films. Like I get that. Akito probably had more examples of that than R2, but at least in Akito, the action was a little more exciting, and I'd say a little. It was still one sided, but it still felt like there was a chance for the enemies to defeat Akito and the W0 unit. Especially, and of course, you had the fight in between Shinkai and Akito. Mordred versus Siegfried. Mordred, any day of the week. There's more. It was a different type of fighting. So again, it's all subjective. God, what the hell is my eye, anyways? No, the Mordred dude. First of all, didn't Mord take down the Siegfried in the Well, it was the Sutherland Zig, but still, it took him down. C2 doesn't initially support the Ragnarok connection. She actually left the order when she found out about it, but she was also working with Marion later on, so it's really confusing because at one point she was saying how she left when she found out about the Ragnarok connection, but then you found out she's been talking to Marion this whole time. So I gotta be honest, I'm still confused about where C2's a leading season line. I guess she was supporting it, but wasn't originally. I'm, I gotta admit, it's not entirely clear. We're gonna make a video about R2 turn 19. Would you bring up an example of the BK members being hypocrites or not better than zero? Let's see. Ogi is a sellout and a liar. Yeah, there's truth to that. Um, I would thought that the Geass assassin friend back then would have made R2 a shonen anime instead of a war mech. Yeah, that could have worked too, like in one of those Gundam series. Forgot which one it was though. Chiba loves to bitch about Zero, deserts them, yet I recall Toto and the Forest are deserting Katsu and others in Port Yokozuka. Well, they were on their way, I believe, but yeah, that's true. They did desert him. That's very true. I don't know if that it counts other stuff, but yeah, that they do have illegal. That is unfortunate. They sure do. And Tamaki should be in jail. I'm just kidding, but he's kind of bad too. That's also very true. The Lancelot obliterates most Nightmare frames in R1, except the Gurren. Number four, Ogi and the others use Colin to lure out Zero and even try to kill her despite them saying we don't like to be viewed as pawns. Yeah, that whole thing now was just so horribly handled. That's a very good point. The whole thing how they handled Colin too was so stupid. That's also a fair point. I agree. That's actually not a bad point either. Yeah, they never used it again. That's the problem with the whole medical science. Is that I don't think as an idea, a concept, it was bad. They just never applied it ever again. The whole thing with Yuffie, I'm not going to go into that discussion. 'Cause I've already made a video about it, but that didn't bother me too much. Ogi surviving kind of bothered me a little bit because I contradicts the earlier thing I just mentioned about Yuffie dying. But Lelouch could have been saved by the same medical stuff, and when they said he was dead in turn 19, when they declared him to be dead, like no one discussed at all getting medical attention to him because he was shot, right? But he still succumbed to his wounds. But if they had technology that could heal Mao, they could have used it on Lelouch, and nobody questioned it. So yeah, it was. It's not wrong to bring a concept that you have advanced healing equipment, but you have to make sure that the rest of the story isn't destroyed by your terrible creative decision. And they kind of messed it up a little bit. They trust the same guy and the enemy of the force that tried to kill them in multiple times throughout the series. Pretty much, yeah. They had no reason to trust Schneider in the situation at all. I don't care what Schneider told them. I don't care the timing of it. Schneider was still their enemy. They had no reason to trust him. As far as I know, I do not believe so. That particular advanced medical stuff, I don't think so. Maybe we use on Valletta because Valletta should have died too. But that's a whole nother discussion. Renya versus Roy. If we're talking about Mustang, Renya would win. Mustang's very powerful, but sorry, 1 second. Okay. Renya can literally absorb people's life forces, so no, I would go with Renya any day of the week. Oh, there's a lot more. I'm still working on that script, not because I am lazy why it's taking so long, but like there's so many things to bring up for that video. I mean, the latest one I just published was about an hour long. I guarantee you the turn 19 will be as long, if not longer, because there is so much to talk about. And even when it's done, there will still be more things to talk about because that's just how bad they messed it up. I forgot about sloth and greed. Oh, did I? Okay, well, sloth, I think he could beat. Greed would be difficult because Greed can harden his body. I don't think Rennet can touch that. Then again, Rennet can absorb inorganic and organic matter. So if that was the case, he could probably kill Greed. That's probably true. I really don't know why Jeremiah came back. V2 is he could have restored her memories and prompted Raul to kill her. Well, Jeremiah thought was really dead originally, so I could see Renner being the shield because remember he fought Muscle G who had the same power, hardened skin. That's right. That's also true. Very, very a good point. So the Jeremiah also restored Anya's memories, and Lelouch could have done. And Lelouch could have done while both on Count Island. Yeah, probably. The Chancellor is also a problem too. The problem with the Geass Chancellor is that it basically introduces a potential plot hole to the story that's never brought up, which is why doesn't Lelouch wish for more wishes, essentially? You can command people, then you can remove the command, and you can keep going all day. Basically, Lelouch could tell someone to do unlimited Geass commands over and over again. And that's wrong with the Chancellor. It's never really utilized much in the story, but technically it could have been. For example, Lelouch could have used his Geass on, let's say, all the I know, like he got trapped in that little container when he met with the UFN, but he could have destroyed after Suzaku destroyed it. He could have used Geass everyone to agree to sign to give him to make him in charge of the UFN, and then have Jeremiah undo the Geass command, and then keep going back and forth with that stuff. But in the story, they kind of like forgot that was a thing, and they want you to forget it as well, I suppose. But yeah, the Chancellor, it served a purpose to get Shirley out of the story, but if you really think about it, it kind of it opens a huge can of worms. I mean, you have the ability to cancel Geass command, and that very person works for someone with a powerful Geass. I mean, you're basically asking for trouble there. So yeah, it's definitely something interesting to know. I don't know if it demystifies Geass. It definitely limits the what's the term? It limits the consequence of using it. What the thing that made The thing that made that whole situation with Yuffie and the special administrative zone of Japan so dreadful is that was like he couldn't undo the command. Or same with Shirley, that was it. So having, and of course Suzaku too. Sorry, those three. So having a chancellor that can just undo that, it makes those moments not as impactful. Now with Shirley, it still was a big deal because so much time had passed, and her mind was double Geassed. So he undid a lot of stuff. But like with Yuffie, I mean, if Lelouch had Jeremiah at the time, he could have used that canceller on Yuffie, and she could have lived with Zaku, of course, after what happened. I'm sure she would have been jailed for committing, genocide, but when she's pardoned and stuff, they would let her out, and she could be with Suzaku. But that's the thing I don't like about the canceller is that it seemed like it was only in the show just to find a way to get Shirley's command to like free her of the Geass power for that payoff death, which was so stupid to begin with, as opposed to any other scenario to get her out of the Geass command. But other than that, the cancer does absolutely nothing. Yeah, also he helps Anya too. But that's really it. You would think with a weapon like that, Luch could have used it more efficiently, but it doesn't lead to anything. So yeah, they had it for like two specific reasons, and besides that, I feel like the canceller doesn't do much. Heck, it didn't do anything in the film. And then now we're on the topic. I mean, here's a crazy thought, right? If his command can nullify Geass, then when Chandla used her Geass to go back 6 hours to change everything, could he use his Chancellor to like negate that somehow? Again, I don't know how he would have done that, but couldn't he have done that? I mean, if Lelouch knows that Shamna is in fact the one at the end of the film, couldn't he have taken Jeremiah with him to encounter her and then have him use the Geass Chancellor to negate her Geass power, and then she can't go back in time anymore, and they have her jailed forever? I don't know. I'm just saying that like when you really think about what the Chancellor is and what it could be used for, can of worms, my friend, can of worms. I think Rennie could basically beat everybody except for the really top tier homunculus. I mean, Edward's very powerful, but again, Rennie's abilities allow him to absorb anything. Like he can absorb inorganic and organic matter. He's also a lot faster than most of them. He could jump insane heights. I mean, the people in FMA are pretty powerful, but they still follow the laws of physics. Even Scar is like I think Ishvalans are 4 or 5 times stronger than the average human, but still he couldn't defeat Renya in battle. Well, I'll say Renya Dark. That's the manga name. I'd say Renya could probably body most of them. The only one that I don't think he could beat are obviously Father and Hohenheim, although Hohenheim is not really a fighter. I don't think he could beat Pride, and Raph would be very difficult because Raph is just so fast. Unless he can like destroy his swords. Even then, Raph is a very resourceful bastard too. That's a good point. Limits would have been nice. I agree. I would say Seguridite's a problem. I would say the stamina is a problem. There's a lot of issues with lost stories. I like the game a lot, but it's a gotcha. So it's by that very definition, it's never going to be that great because they have to make it. They got to squeeze money out of you to make it work. No matter how much I want to say, like, yeah, it's a great game, but like, unfortunately, it's a gotcha. So they got to put certain things in there to make sure they make money off it, which make the game not fun to play. Okay, with that in mind, let's start now with this is chapter 13. So it starts off with C2 throwing Miles' headphones into the river, which again shows you that Miles in fact dead because she says here, I loved you, Mao. I will see you in C's world. That's what she tells Mao when she killed him in stage 16, but they don't have that part of the story, so Mao is in fact dead. That's how I knew, by the way. Cute little picture of Lelouch as a baby, or a kid, not a baby, but a kid. So in this scene here, this is when sorry, when Millie tells Lelouch and Suzaku that she has another arranged marriage. So, like in the original series, it was only with Lelouch, and it was back in that older scene when she had when Lelouch told her to clear out the clubhouse. But here it's happening when the a more casual, I guess, situation. It's of course Lloyd. He does not reveal that. She has a little picture here, as you see. It's blocked out, so you can't like tell. But that's actually Lloyd, as you guys know. They didn't change that part of the story. Rivel is upset because he is a simp for Millie, and her being someone else upsets him, even though he can't ask her out for some reason. Although she's pretty much aware though that it would upset him, so I'm kind of like a little confused in that part. I'm also confused if, or not confused. I don't remember Millie has if Rivel has stated previously in the manga that he likes Millie or not, but if he hadn't, it's right here. So yeah, so Millie's obviously has another date with someone. Again, like I said, it's going to be Lloyd. So this is an interesting part. So Shirley sees Lelouch, and what I like about this is that she asked him a question. The question is, "Are you interested in joining this? Are you interested in joining the student council?" Now, the reason why I like that is because that actually kind of makes sense that she would ask him that because he is. How do I put this? She doesn't know who he is, right? So the fact that she's very confused seeing him in person. Why she'd be in the student council? Why he'd be in the student council room? And Colin's like, "Wait, are you confused? You know, Lucius is actually he's part of the student council." And she's like, "What? You had to join the student council? Like, what are you doing here, buddy?" And of course, Lucius erased her memories. Then we have Lucian. Everyone's speculating exactly what happened, and they're acting like complete strangers because they had a fight. That's their theory on it, of course. And that's actually they had this conversation in the past, but it was between Luch and Millie. Millie's the one who. Sorry, guys. Luch told Millie that he and Shirley had a fight, and they're acting like complete strangers. So they threw that over here. Now they know about it because they mentioned later on about the Stranger Act, but they threw it in here. Also, I like the part where Luch thinks about using Geass on Shirley, and also what he just said about using Geass in general. I know he thinks about this stuff sometimes or during the OG anime, but I liked it better in this part here. There's more scenes of Luch thinking about his actions that he committed way after they happened, which just makes him more sympathetic. In the manga, I would say Luch is a more sympathetic character than the anime, but that's a whole other discussion for another time. And see here, he's still thinking about Mao being consumed by the Geass, which again is like he didn't really think too much about in the OG anime, except when he used Geass on Yuffie. But until then, he never talks about it much. So that's what that. Ogi calls him about saying doing with Kyoto secrets. That's another thing I should mention as well. If you guys remember, Lelouch went to go meet with Kyoto, and they. I don't. I think they did some of that here, so they're keeping that stuff secret from their members. I'm trying to remember, did he move Kyoto already? I mean, I go through these chapters in frequent weeks or infrequently during the weeks. I don't know if he did that or not. One second. I got a bunch of notes here. Let me just take a quick search. Kyoto. Okay, let's see. So not on this one. All right. How about in this one? No. Okay. Let me go through a couple more of these. Nope. I thought he met with Kyoto already, but they changed it up a little bit to fix the problems they had originally. I don't know. I thought he met up with him already. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that he wants to keep it secret from the rest of the members. That is another thing too. Lelouch is of course contemplating the fact that since he's doing all this stuff, he can't take care of Nully anymore, so he needs someone else to do it. And so we get to Suzaku. In the original anime, this is not how things went down at all. He still wants Suzaku to take care of Nully, but what happened in the original anime was Cecile was going to come to get Suzaku to execute Toto, and they were kind of going that direction. Also, C2 was going to move the Chinese ambassadors. That didn't happen because of Mao. So they changed the whole plot here. Instead, just Luch wants Suzaku to protect Nully instead of the circumstances of before, which I just mentioned. Dwight's doing that. Here they talk about Lelouch and Suzaku's past as children. I like this part because this was actually in a picture drama. They discussed this whole like back and forth about their problems, but even the picture, even the, like the drawing here, it's very adorable. Anyways, yeah, they're talking about their backstory, what they happened 7 years ago. We see the pocket watch, the same one that, of course, was on Suzaku when saved his life. Saved his life, but also that's I believe his father's. And that's when he killed him. It means a lot to him. Now, one thing important that I haven't touched on yet, and we're going to now because it's relevant to the story, which is that Suzaku killed his father. In the original anime, he found out, Lelouch found out because Mao told him after reading his mind. Well, Suzaku's mind, right? But in this case here, we don't have Mao doing that because they cut the whole part of the story. So what happens instead is that Lelouch is going to find out, in my opinion, a worse way. And while I like most of the manga changes, not saying that one is necessarily better than the other, I do like the changes, but this one was pretty bad, and we'll get to that in a moment. So Zaku was obviously freaked out because he killed his dad, and he's thinking about what happened and how he killed himself and things like that. And I believe in the Lelouch also tells Suzaku that his father's sacrifice was a big deal, and it was he was a noble man for doing it and stuff like that, which is what the doctor told Suzaku, but they got rid of that scene in the manga. And so when their conversation ends, you see Lelouch talking to Denali about how Suzaku, do you like Suzaku? Would you like him to take care of you? And of course, Denali's like, yeah, but I like you a lot more. That was in the original anime, but it happened outside, not inside. Again, Cecile went to go and talk to Suzaku to get him to go and execute Toto. Toto's not captured in the story, so they had to cut that part out as well. So here we got this confrontation where Lucia's like, you know what, Zaku, you're acting kind of weird, right? Because you held your hourglass and the way you responded wasn't normal. You want to tell me what's going on? Because we're friends. And Zaku's like, no, I'm okay. But then this happened. This is some weird stuff. Okay. Somehow Lucius Geass activates, like when he first met C2. He touches Suzaku and then he goes like into his mind and he sees his mother. He sees the father. We see why Saku killed him. They had the actual argument here. And then Saku stabs his father and then kills him. And the story never explains the fudge just happened here. Somehow his Geass power was showing signs of evolving, I guess. And somehow through C2, he was able to go through Zaku's mind. If you remember the original anime, Suzaku C2 touched the nightmare frame, and then Luch touched her after she touched the nightmare frame. So he got the Geass power through osmosis, I guess, or yeah, he got through osmosis, and he saw Suzaku's past in the films, not in the manga, in the films. So I think they were trying to do that, where Lelouch is somehow able to get the memories of Suzaku through touching C2, but in this case through more of a telepathic, I guess. I'm still not sure what happened in this scene. It's really bizarre. I will say that the purpose behind this is to show that his gas power is slowly becoming too powerful and overwhelming. That's actually a pretty good development because I will say, as much as I like the original anime, the whole Lelouch his gas kind of becoming uncontrollable was like a 0 to 100. There wasn't like small signs of it overpowering him. It just kind of happened at one time. It would have been a lot better if it slowly happened throughout the show. Like maybe one time Lucius used gas on someone and he did it accidentally or something. And he's like, "What happened there?" Is he just like, "Well, I think you're using power a little too much. Maybe tone it down a little bit or something." Or in this case, where it just did some weird stuff in the middle of nowhere, that type of thing. So if that's what they're setting up for, I think that's pretty commendable. The original anime again kind of was very it went too fast with it. I think there's nothing wrong with the actual scene where Lucius Gias on Yuffie, but they could have maybe had just like maybe one or two moments in a show where they were demonstrating that the power was slowly overtaking him. But again, R1, R2 were kind of rush jobs, so I'm not too harsh on it. I'm glad though in the manga they're taking their time with it, assuming that's the reason behind it. Of course, I might watch the video, like I might do a review, or I will when I get to that part of the manga, I might be like, nope, they didn't explain it, so I eat my own words. Anyhow, we see Zaku killing his father, and looks like, "Did you kill your dad?" And then the manga ends. So did he? I'm not sure. I'm gonna make sure to miss anything. This was a not a whole lot happened in this one. This is really the most important part. That Lelouch finds out that Suzaku killed his dad. That's the most important thing here. And then they supplement the whole Mao being dead to have this part still in the story. Um, yeah, there's nothing here. This was a very simple chapter. Okay, we'll move on to the next one, which is chapter 14. I'm going to grab the notes real quick. Keyboard's not too loud there. All right, let me open that one up. Ba, ba, ba. Chapter 14. Open with image class. OER is broken glass. Thrown on the floor, you were never meant to last. Okay. The truth behind the death. That's what this chapter is about. Quick water break. Okay. So, just to recap from what happened last chapter, we just went through it because Lelouch found out through osmosis that Suzaku killed his father. He's now asking about it. Now, the weird part about this is that he asked him, and Suzaku's like, "Wait, how'd you know that?" She's like, "So it's true?" And he finds out, of course, that they covered the whole thing up, that what happened about him killing his father. Now, the problem with this scene is that, as much as I don't like certain parts of Mao in the story, but having Mao just simply say it out loud worked a lot more here, because even if Suzaku doesn't know that Mao can read minds, it's still like it. So because Mao brought it up as a concept, regardless of how Mao figured it out, Lelouch can be like, "Oh, so you did this," and it's more natural. Here, it's like, why would Lelouch ever even think that Suzaku killed his father? Right? It's just kind of a random thing to think about. I know that they're friends and stuff, and they have some kind of past, and Lelouch is aware of some of Suzaku's actions, but like, does Lelouch even? Why would he even think such a thing? That's the problem I have with this change in the story, where in the original one, like, the idea was thrown out there. So if Lelouch called it out, like, okay, at least I can understand where he's coming from. But with this case, it's just bizarre as hell, and Saku doesn't even question him. Like, wait, why would you even think that? Like, why did you think that? Right? Lelouch kind of cuts him off by saying, "Oh, you're right." It's it's really weird. I know there's a scene in Turn 18 when Lelouch and Suzaku kind of, Zero and Suzaku were meeting up by that Geffen disturber, and Zero brought up that Suzaku killed his father. The reason why that was okay is because, considering who Zero's connections are, he could have learned it through Taiza or whoever. And I know why he actually uh, learned about it, right? Because it's the same person. But I'm saying from like Suzaku's perspective, he can say like, "Well, I know Lucius is working with certain individuals. He probably could have found out a number of different ways." But in this case, Lelouch is a Britannian student, and that's all Zaku knows about him. So for him to bring this up kind of randomly about him killing his father, it was not a good decision in my opinion. They wanted to get that part in the story, but they chose, in my mind, the worst way to do it. What would have been a better way? I don't know. Just having Mal reveal it. I honestly think that was a really great way to do it, because it doesn't make Luce look suspicious, and you get the intel out. I guess maybe someone else could have told Lelouch about it, like one of his internal members, or maybe it's announced in a certain way. But having Lelouch just do it through Geass and Suzaku not even questioning it wasn't well handled, in my mind. And Lelouch, of course, mentions like, "Oh, that's why he decided to sacrifice himself and prioritize others. He joined the military selfish." They covered the whole thing up. All that was said by Mao, and for Lelouch to say it, it just doesn't make any sense, because that was something that Mao figured out through going to the deep of Suzaku's soul. How would Lush even know that by just his interaction with Suzaku, that he's putting himself in the front lines to make up for what he did? I'm not saying he couldn't have figured it out. I'm just saying he was like so quick on the dime by saying this stuff. But the only reason why it made more sense with Mao because again he read his mind, not just the low or high level, but like he read deep into his thoughts. That's why he knew about Saku, not only what he did, but why he did it and the whole circumstance surrounding what happened. It just doesn't work here. As much as I think it's a nice change to have the information revealed in a different way, it wasn't well done here. So you know, I know not much to say about it, but like yeah, I'm not a fan of how they handled it in this situation here. It could have been done a whole lot better. Here's another part too. So you see Lelouch and Saku in their past. If you remember in stage 16, they were showed a flashback of when they were kids going through all the bodies from one shrine to another. This is much better because in that scene, not that I hated it or anything, but it was kind of random for Lelouch to think about Saku and him going through that line of dead bodies. Here it's like they're literally thinking about it. So I kind of like that better. They also show more about Zaku's thought process in killing his father, how he wanted this to end. You know, because I like how here what they show is he went through, he saw all the decimation because of the war. He told his father, "Can we stop this?" And Dad's like, "No, we will not stop until everyone is sacrificed." Until Zaku killed him, which actually is a good part. See, this part I like. Right? They show more of what happened in the anime. They didn't show a whole lot. Here they're giving you exactly what happened, so that's good. How Lelouch found out was bad. The other thing to mention here is there's a bit of retcon because in I believe it was a picture drama, we learned that Genbu was going to marry Nunnally. That was another reason why Suzaku killed him. But here they don't mention that marriage, so I guess it was just because Genbu would not stop sacrificing people. And to be fair, if this was Genbu's attitude, you can't really blame Suzaku for killing him because he was going to kill everybody. See, I will sacrifice all Japanese people I have to. So that's a pretty extreme take, and he had to honestly like. I'll say as much: if this was his take or his position, if Suzaku didn't kill him, someone else would have, because that's insane. No one really believed that to the very last man. Come on, a little extreme. So Suzaku explains what happened, and Lucia's like, "I get it, bro. I feel you." And he goes, "Okay, thank you for understanding," and they move on. It's again, he doesn't question Luch for even questioning him. Like it's just, it'd be like if you went to your best friend, they're like, "Hey, did you steal from that 7-Eleven when you were like 7 years old?" Like, why would you even ask me that? I'm just saying, did you do it? Yeah, I did. Okay, okay, good. I'm not judging. I'm just wondering, did you go do that? Now, obviously, Genbu's death is a much more significant thing than you go stealing from a store. But the idea is just random out of nowhere. Like, you shouldn't have that information. You should not even think to have that information. But Saku doesn't question Lelouch on it, and they just kind of move on. I don't know. Then Lucia's like, C2, what the hell just happened? I saw Saku's mind, and what was that? And he goes, I don't know. It just happened. I'm like, oh, that's great. And Lucia's saying, oh, cool. So there's more stuff about Geass. I don't know. I saw my mommy. I saw Suzaku. What's going on here? Who knows? They just kind of show it and they move the heck on. I hope that this story will later on explain what that was. They were trying to like rehash that connection thing that C2 had with Suzaku, but again, it wasn't well handled here. It's like yeah, I don't know. Not my favorite part of this manga. For the most part, if you guys have been following the stream, I've been very positive about the story. I think the manga does a lot of things better than the original anime, and this is an example of it doing something I believe to be worse. But when that review comes out, I will obviously discuss my feelings in more detail. All right, now we're back to Yuffie. Remember Yuffie? She's the viceroy of Britannia. I'm sorry, Japan, and she's basically there as a puppet. She has no real authority, or she's not expected to use such real authority. So now we have the knights, these people telling her to appoint a knight to be her protector. And the reason why they're doing this is because Cornelia is in the story to tell her, so they have these random guys telling her instead. So, whatever. Lloyd is with her. They're going to study ruins that Schneisel's working on. Basically, you don't have the scene of Suzaku becoming a knight before this. It happens after this. So I don't know. I don't know what the reason is behind that, but in the OG anime, it was Suzaku becomes a knight. They go to not Comet Island. What's the other one? Shit. 1 second. Uh, 1 second. I 1 second here. Uh, Chicken Island. There we go. My bad. I had a brain fart. Anyway, so they go to Chicken Island. Then Lelouch brings in like the Black Knights to invade, and then that whole operation occurred. You had the Gate Disturber, and then VT used Geass to teleport everyone to the island, and they're also going to be killed by Schneizel the Avalon. None of that happens here. Instead, before Suzaku even picked as a knight, Lloyd and Yuffie go to this island. Oh, he's an Earl, by the way. There was a scene, remember, they were the anime when Lloyd was going on a date with, not a date, he was talking to Suzaku, and they were like, by the way, did you know Lloyd is actually an Earl? Like, what? He's an Earl? Yeah, so they showed it here. They mentioned here, rather. So that's cool. The manga in general will skip scenes, but if there was something important from a scene from the anime, they'll try to show it somewhere in the manga. So that's what happened here. See, they're going to an island, like I said, to go research the ruins. Yuffie's Yuffie's super adorable in this drawing here. The animation, the drawing here, they're really good. So now what happened is we have Suzaku with the entire student council, and they're at this island, which I believe is Kamina, for a school outing. Now, this is actually not a place they're supposed to be at, but Lloyd invited Millie, which is a bit of a spoiler, but whatever. There is that. One I want to mention about this manga, and I haven't discussed it at all. I don't believe I have, but there's like no fan service in it, and it's just beautiful. Like they're literally at a beach, so you would think they would show off Millie in every way possible, but they don't. Like she's literally in a bikini here, and now she's back on with an apron and cooking food, and they even make sure the angles are very non-suggestive. I commend the manga seriously for not making this simple fan service. They made it more cutesy and friendly than overtly fan service heavy. So I commend them for that. The manga is very tame, very tame. In fact, if someone wanted to get into Code Geass and they're not into fan service, I'd say read the manga. Don't watch the anime if you don't like fan service. Anyways, continuing on here, Saku, of course, is cooking a fish. If you remember, he cooked the fish when he was with Colin, so I think that's what they're replacing that scene with this. Colin is contemplating being the feeble girl because, as you know, she's still keeping that persona going, so no one suspects anything. And yeah, that's what's going on there. They're trying to find where Lelouch went, and he's actually with C2. This is kind of adorable. They snuck her on, I believe it was a ship, right? Yeah, on the ship to the island, but she wanted to come along, and she's also wearing the student, the Astro Academy swimsuit. So Lelouch is like, seriously? Because he was invited as well. The whole student council was invited to the island. So he brought C2 along because he wanted to eat pizza, which uh, upset him. And he's, of course, there because he wants to go after Schneizel because he had an intel that Schneizel's on the island because he's researching the ruins. So he's there to stop Schneizel, but C2's there, because it's C2. So it's a cute moment. He wants to go after Schneizel because Schneizel, according to Clovis, said that, well, if you want to know what happened to your mother, that's the guy to go after since Cornelia is not in the story, unfortunately. So after the fun is over, Suzaku goes to join the military because they're on this island, of course. And there we go. So that ends that part there. They weren't sure where Lucius was. And, oh, he runs into Nelly. Right. Before Suzaku goes out, Lelouch says he wants to talk about something important. This happened in stage 17 before he was sent off to kill Toto. Here it's on the island. Same thing before, like, I want to talk about something, and then Suzaku's like, okay, what is it? He goes, we'll talk about it when you get back. But he wants him to protect Nunnally, so that's what that's about. It's a really cute scene. You see him passing Yuffie. Yuffie's bathing by the water, and he of course gets embarrassed seeing her naked. And because it's all chibi and stuff, it's not perverted or gross. It's kind of funny. And she's not even like the funny part too is maybe it's just me. She's very she's not as I guess she does respond here a little bit to it, but it was really funny scene. In the anime, it was kind of dumb where Suzaku sees Colin bathing naked. She runs after him, tackles her naked, and it's a really awkward scene. You even see Colin's boobs for like 2 seconds. Here, it's like no, she was bathing, and he surprised Yuffie, and that's it. It's like one panel, and it is very okay, technically two, but it's really very PG. So I respect that. They could have easily made this a lot worse. So she explained that she left because she has no real power and they don't like her too much. She wants to sneak out to get some air. She tells Tazako to call her Yuffie. They're, of course, they're not close yet in the story, but they had like that one moment where they first met in the story, so they kept that part early on in the manga. And just like before, he tells Yuffie, you're amazing. Keep working at your thing, keep doing what you're doing, and if you cheat method with the wrong means, you're going to be left with regrets. So yeah, and he wants to keep supporting her, that type of thing. See, he'll keep supporting her forever. It's very nice of him because in general, no one supports Euphemia, and that's not just in the manga. That's just in the whole story. She's not taken seriously by anybody. So the fact that Saku was there supporting her and believing in her crazy ideals, because she's like, no one else would ever believe this. She's like, she even said, "I wish someone like you would stay by me. I'm just a soldier and you're a princess. I really shouldn't be talking like this. I'm sorry for saying ridiculous things." And then Saku's like, "No, it's totally fine. Like keep thinking that way. That's important." No one ever tells Yuffie this in the story. That's why some people say their relationship was shallow, but no, there's some deep stuff here. Stuff like this. That's the great part. So Lelouch kind of goes on his own because he's trying to figure out where Schneisel is because he wants to get on the ship to talk to him, and he's working with Ogi at the same time with all the Black Knights. But then like Colin kicks the tree, and I'm not really sure why. I guess because it wasn't hot enough for the dinner. She was kind of upset there. Also, she didn't eat as much food because she's trying to be feeble and sick. She runs into Lelouch, and he's like, "Oh, this is awkward." But she remembered that he knows she's not actually feeble because they had an earlier thing where she like knocked the part of like the window fell and she blocked it, and Lou saw that and he was like, "Oh, I see, you're not really sick, are you?" So she doesn't have to act in front of him. In the anime, there was a part where when they dressed up Lucia as a cat, he told Colin like, "You don't have to wear a mask, you already have one or something." And she's like, "Ah ha ha, you're really funny." So she knows that she's aware that he's aware of her faking her being sick. So they start hanging out together. But when she runs away, she falls down, then rips her skirt to because of it was in a way so she can climb out the hill again. And again, even though that this is clearly a scene where you could have shown off something, they were very tame with it. You see absolutely nothing. In fact, they chibied it, which was a good way to handle that. Then when Colin's going up, he told her like, you could have just like traveled on the shore instead. She's like, it was really funny because she tried to climb the hard way, and he's like, "You want to get back around? You could just like go around the shore." It's like she said, "You should have told me earlier." It's a really cute moment. Meanwhile, they're speculating if Colin and Lelouch are even a couple at this point, and Lelouch is like, and Sierra's like Lulu, and Ribble's like, "Is that what you called? Is that what I called him?" And he's like, "Man, could you like what's the term? Could you make up already? Because you used to call him Lulu like before." And she's like, "I did." If you guys remember, this happened at the end of the show, so they threw that conversation here. It happened in one second. Excuse me. At the in stage, I think it was 24. I think it was 24. Ribble's like, you were in love with Lulu. Could you make up with him already? And she's like, I called him Lulu. So they took that conversation, they plugged into here. I think it's fine. You could put that anywhere, honestly, in the story. And here's the twist. Actually, okay, not yet. But she says that like her fiance invited everyone to the island. We'll find out later who that is. Spoiler alert: it's Lloyd. Anyway, so Colin is freezing on the island because she's only wearing a dress that she ripped up. So Lelouch makes her gives her the jacket. And I posted this earlier in my channel, and she's like really happy about it. She's a little nervous, like, "What are you doing? What's the scheme here?" Then she's like, "I don't care what you're doing. My heart belongs to Zero, even though they're the same person." It's really cute. They make Colin way more adorable in the manga, as I pointed on that post. Then the ground acts up, and they get transported by V2. and they're going down a hill, and even Lucius and C2's like, uh oh, because she can sense Geass and stuff. But she's wearing that delivery outfit for some reason. And of course, they land on the ground by some ruins. Looks like a Geass gate, and the chapter ends. So that's that. There you go. That's chapter 14. Um, right, chapter 14. I'm literally not here today. Yeah, 14. Okay, it's a pretty good one actually. I like the change on Common Island. I think it made more sense than not more sense. I like the overall tone. It was less fan servicey and more just plot related. I think considering they cut out a lot of stuff from the anime, they still made it make sense for them to be there. So that kind of worked for me. Okay, let's take a look at the comments, and I'll start generating code. In fact, while I do that, let me get that playing for you so you can watch Lelouch send out troops like an idiot. Okay, let me go to him. Since they're showing the Arthur event this week or this month, that's why I'm wearing his Baron outfit. Anyways, now to the comments. Uh, where did I leave off? I don't even remember. Oh, uh, what if Renya had Kyo, Totsuya, Z, and all the nightmare frames in R2 Resurrection against Raph? Well, then he'd probably win, but that's that's not a fair statement. The fourth from Star Wars, not meant to be Dead Horse, but the Legend version versus the Geass from Code Geass in terms of concept, power, abilities, which one has handled the best? Well, if you only take the original trilogy, I think it was pretty good. They had a consistent, I want to say, not through line, a consistent narrative of how it worked. Geass has never been fully like consistent at all. At least, okay, when it comes to how Geass works, it's pretty good. When it comes to immortality, when it comes to code bears, when it comes to the Ragnarok connection, it just falls apart for me. Geass as a concept, I think was fine, but the rest of it wasn't. So I would go with the Force. I think I thought originally it was for both of those reasons. Which one do I prefer? Probably to save not only and Lelouch because it makes him more sympathetic to the audience. I don't think either one is necessarily better. They're both valid reasons, especially again hearing that his dad was going to kill basically everybody. It's a good question. My only thought is that she's not important to the story. This they made it very clear in that one episode, I think it was stage four, that yeah, the family abandoned Suzaku when he joined the military. Why we don't see his mother with Genbu originally, I have no idea. Maybe she died. I don't know. Even among the six houses of Kyoto, they don't mention her at all. Really weird stuff. Hey, maybe it'll be an OVA or something. But yeah, my theory is she must have died, and that's it. I have nothing else. When Saku was a kid, or maybe she died in childbirth. I don't know. I did not know that. That's cool. Was he going to start with everybody though? Compared to what? Um, let's see. Word to it's a little like I'm going to type in just one quick search because you mentioned it. I'm just curious. That's actually what happened. Was he actually going to start with everyone to end to beat the United States? Well, this article didn't have it. I'll look it up later, but I mean that's pretty bad. Well, let's be honest. World War II was awful in general. The bombing on Hiroshima and Nagasaki were terrible events, and one of the best anime to watch if you want to understand from an animation, well, just from Japanese perspective, how bad it was is uh, it's called Gen. One second, it's called Gen something. I don't know why I'm like blanking. One second. Um, Actually, I think it's on Retro Crush. One second. It's like, I know what it's called. I don't know why I'm like go to the website. Retro Crush. It's called Gen something. Um, no. Barefoot Gen. Oh, F my life. Barefoot Gen. You should watch that film. You want a perspective about what happened to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Yeah, they both work and sacrifice everyone for their goals. That is very true. And both are bad parents. No, they were not. And that's important because I had an argument on Reddit. When do I don't, right? But I had an argument on Reddit with someone, and they were saying how, like, Britannia is obviously worse than Japan. I'm like, yeah, I would agree that they're worse than Japan, but Japan wasn't a good country. So to act like between Britannia and Japanese people fighting, it's like clearly one side who's a better person. Like, no, Japan was a pretty bad empire. That's literally why Lelouch said, what did he say when he was going to found the new Japan? It wouldn't be like the old one where it still had the same problems as Britannia. He acknowledged that Japan was just as bad in certain regards. So to say like between Britannia and Japan, one side was clearly better, that's not true. Absolutely not true. Which is that there's like this nuance that is not in the discussion at all when it comes to the series. It's kind of frustrating because when evaluating Lelouch as an anti-hero villain or a hero, people like completely don't even care about that stuff, even though it's very relevant information. Yeah, very true. Among other things, didn't also Lelouch say they were going to invade China or something? When Suzaku was saying how like Britannia's evil, and he was like, "Yeah, but you guys are no better." Like they went back and forth in that discussion. So yeah, that's very true. And he was then also become a noble by marrying Nunnally. So yeah, they're pretty bad people. I have watched High School of Death. It's one of my favorite guilty pleasure animes. That's very true. I'm not saying it's the worst thing ever in Code Geass, but I'll say as much. They don't have fan service in every single scene in Code Geass. That's very true. But when they do have it, it's extremely obnoxious. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, it's funny. I thought it was very wholesome scene. Oh God, I have no clue. I don't even know. I don't think they ever state which one's even stronger to begin with between the Sin and the Thai Special. Um, if I had a pick, just from what we know from seeing both of them, uh, God, I don't know. I guess the Type Special, but like, I don't know. That's a hard one. Well, yeah, obviously they're stronger than the album, the eight elements. So that goes without saying. They're the next level, so they should be stronger. If they weren't, that wouldn't make any damn sense. Obviously, um, that's a hard one. I don't know. They never really said which one was stronger. Okay, are you guys ready for some summons? You guys ready for some summons? Because we are going to be summoning. Oh my god, we will be summoning all day today. I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that much, but hopefully it's not too loud. If it's too loud, let me know. All right, let's start with some guarantees and then we'll move on. So let's see. Mhm. All right, here is we're going to start with. Let's do our guaranteed four. Let's get out of the way. Here's our guaranteed four. Let's get into that. It's gotcha time. As in, gonna get gotcha here. Here we go. So Gigi, of course. All right, here's our four. Who we getting? Someone good, please. And someone I don't have for crying out loud. It's bullshit time. Facts. Ugh, Zio. Damn it. I want a new character. Fine, whatever. I like Zio, but he's been power crapped. He's a cool character, but he's been power crapped, unfortunately. Alright, yay, we got Zio. Great. Move on. Now we're gonna do some come on, game, wake up. Okay, let's do some gotchas of the tens. Here we go. First round. This will be our 11 summons. We'll see what we get here. All right, just geeks. Awesome. Not really. I think I have all the threes at this point, so I literally have nothing. If there's no fours, there's really no point even watching this animation play out. All right, that was shit. That was so bad. 1-3. Who was it? Nunnally. All right, whatever. Next. No detards, unfortunately. Wow. Here we go again. Let's see. Blue, 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 blue. And our upgrade will give us how many threes? Okay. We got Yuffie, Toto, and Lux. I have all those characters. So we've done 21 summons, and so far, pretty bad. Pretty bad. Okay. We're going to move this so I don't. Let's go. I'm not gonna bore you with the. I'm gonna skip it out so we get. Okay, this one's pretty good. That's for Ashley, so I'll take it. Let's go again, one more time. Meh, okay. Alright, now we're going to attempt to summon Jeremiah. He's a really good character in the game, and I want to have him, so I'll try a couple times, but I'm not going to go full crazy because I still want the Gurren at some point, the 8 elements. Alright, first round. Just geeks, okay. She's smiling, that's a good sign, I think. Okay, we get 1 green. I'm sorry, gold. I don't know my colors. 1 gold. No upgrade. Alright, next. Maxed out everyone here, so that was a waste. Got a detard though, that helps. Alright, again. Oh my god, these bastards. Alright, take care, dude. Thanks for coming. That was bad. Unbelievable. How do we have such luck in this game? I literally, come on. Come on. Lame. Let's see. I max everyone here. We'll try again. I don't know. This is bad. 30 times. This will be my second attempt, I believe. No, third attempt. Maybe my third attempt here, yeah. So far we've gotten zilch. Okay. Alright. Okay. A lot of threes, but no upgrade. If you don't get upgrades, it's a waste of time. I max everyone here too, so I'll try one more time. It's so frustrating. It's like, 40 summons and nothing, Such garbage. Upgrade? No, of course not. I got Jeremiah. The wrong. Okay, one more time. This is the last one though. I'm literally. This is 60 summons. This is last time. Unbelievable. F this game. Unbelievable. So we did 50 summons and got F all. Unbelievable. That's disgusting. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of the ones I don't care about. Unbelievable. This game is so bad. Like, they want you to spend money in this game. Why would I? To experience this crap every time? I just 50 summons. Not one Jeremiah. Not even Morari. Nothing. Nothing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't give a crap. These going to suck anyways. I'm real bad. The world sucks. I am so mad right now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But is it though, really? That was bad. Like 50 summons. Nothing. I wasted so many my resources, and I gotta wait a couple weeks before I spend it again. Like, it's... My God, that was bad. You know, like, sometimes, okay, you miss one here. That was god awful. God awful. I'm so confused why they want people to spend money in this game. What am I spending money for? To experience this over and over again? Well, let me just tell you something, brother. I'm not doing that again. This isn't new. We already got it, right? I have several of these because I used... I couldn't even get one Ashley in that threes, just to get him powered up or something. No, of course not. Piss off. Part 2 of failed summonings, probably. Though of course there will be. It'll keep going. It'll never stop. Probably, yeah. Why not? Oh my God, 50. Like, ew. It's just bad. This game is so bad. I'm trying to get through as fast as possible. I can show you an actual good game. Lost Stories. Not this hunk of crap. Garbage. Wait. What the hell? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in the wrong area. I want to go here first. I'll be doing a lot of repurposing of content this week because that last video took a lot out of me to make. So I wouldn't expect like a brand new video this week. I take that back. I might do the Shirley story from Janissary Code, but that's gonna be probably it though. I don't think we do anything else besides that. We'll see. Man, I had 30 something when I went today when it comes to the Sakura diet, or diet, whatever the frick it called, and I have nothing. Nothing. These mother chuckers, man. I mean, I could scream and get angry about it, but why? I know what's going to happen anyways. It's just a waste of my time and annoyance to you guys, I guess. So bad. I mean, wow. Hopefully that's enough to appease the gem gods. No art? Well, I've already explained. It's impossible to get them now. It's literally impossible. There's too many characters in the game. It's not going to happen. You'd have to... the pool is too large. Even when you pull the character that you want, it's still not going to happen. No, sorry, dude, I saw your comment. He does, that's true. It's purple, right? Yeah, he does. Sorry, I saw your comment. I'm reading everything. I'm not always saying I'm reading everything. I'm not always reading them all out, but I'm reading them. Yeah, no, you're right. He did have the same eye color. Good point. Okay, let me sell off. Oh, I gotta do one thing with Zio. There's no point selling for the gold coins because, like, yeah, I guess I could get more for Layla, but like, I would need so many though. Like, how much I need to get her? 40. So let's do some basic mathematics and figure out like if this is even possible. So let's go to here. All right. So if I sell Totsias, what's the only we get? just out of curiosity, how much would I get if I sold it? I would get 200. Okay, so let's go back. The for the rank fours to buy the gold stuff, it costs like 100 per one, I believe. So you would need what 1,000 just to get 10. Get the fudge out of here. What a ripoff. Yeah, Zeo will be interesting. I agree. Zeo would be interesting to see. Let me just sell this nonsense so I can buy more nonsense. Why they can't have a sell all function like in Lost Stories? Who knows? All right, Tamaki. Eventually, I'm going to be able to upgrade all my threes, and this summoning might be completely pointless. Crazy enough, it could actually be pointless down the road. That's why this game is so bad, because in Lost Stories, you can sell your dupes for Sakuradite, and that Sakuradite can buy any what are they called? Give me a second here. The lockets. You can buy lockets for fours, so you could theoretically unlock fours with threes and twos and ones. You can't do that in this game for whatever freaking reason. Eventually, I'm gonna have so many silver coins and nothing to purchase with them because the game won't let you buy. Here's another dumb thing, right? You can't even get relics. Wow, what a turd. You can't even get relics for limited characters. So if you have some threes you want to upgrade, sorry, you can't do it because, they're limited characters, so you're limited. You got to use these bullshit things, which are only available at small amount of times throughout the game. You can't make this stuff up. If you don't want to put their money into this game, get the fudge out of here. Get the fudge out of here. What's the worst summon? Probably every summon. That's a joke, but it's like I'm not even kidding. Okay, look at my threes real quick. Who has not been upgraded fully? Ashley, Gino, Jeremiah, and Mao. Is that everybody? Ashley, Gino, Jeremiah, and Mao. Oh, and this idiot. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna write a little note here so I don't forget. So, Ashley, Jeremiah, Mao, and Gino. Everyone else, I can sell the extras. Good. Let's do that. Every summon in this game is just the worst. The worst. Okay, so we can sell total. I have so much of these coins, but they're worthless. It's sad. It's really sad. Okay. Sell all of hers. And then like it tells me what I got. It's like, yeah, I know. I can't undo it now. You know why tell me this? Oh, and this idiot. Okay. Of course, you can sell everyone else's relics, but you can't buy for them because that makes sense. I got lots of Anya, so that guy can piss off. I wanted both of those characters. Charles is OP in this game. That's why I can't have him. Okay, so we have to purchase for Ashley, so we'll get 10 for him. Still not close to unlocking him. We'll get 10 at a time, too. I mean, Jesus, we'll be here all year. Gino. He's bad in this game, but whatever. And I have your Ashley, Jeremiah, Mao, and Gino. So where's Jeremiah? Okay. And then Mao. Where is Mao? There he is. Oh wait, is he maxed out already? Yeah. All right. On his own. Very nice. Okay, I can sell his extras too. This is the first time since playing this game that I actually, how do I put this? I could max out everything I need to purchase and still it's still not acceptable because you can't buy for non-limited characters for some really stupid reason. I don't know. Let me go buy this. Buy this. Go to the very bottom. Almost there. For everyone who just joined, I didn't sell anyone of value except for Zio. I got Zio, so he's kind of cool. He's been power crept out of the game, but you know. I know, look, I see so many videos of people who get so freaking lucky on their summons, and here I am begging for scraps and I get nothing. 70 summons, I believe. 70? And I got what? I got like 1-4, and that was because I have to by default. I mean, just crazy. You know, the reason why Lost Stories is so much better because you can just, even when you don't get what you want, you can still get something valuable from it. Like summons have meaning. There's no meaning in summons in this game, especially now when I have like basically everyone unlocked. Like, what am I even doing this for? You know, like that scene from Batman, the Mask of Phantasm, where he's like, "What am I still doing this?" I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm still doing this exactly. You know, I'm not going to purchase it. Who gives a damn? I already have. I could probably upgrade everyone at this point to their max, and it no, it's I've gotten lucky too, but it's not that. It's a gotcha game. They're not fun to play. That's all there really is to it. They're not fun to play. Look like my crap here. Let me. I have like a billion energy. It's insane. You look how much energy I have. Just in perspective. I can't use any of it, but let me show you. Like, because I'll run out of things to purchase. But like, look at my energy. Let's go to Zio, right? So it costs to do this. Um, like, look at this. I have a billion energy. Can you see that? A billion. Billions and billions. I have a billion energy. I will never spend it in this game lifetime. What a broken system. Yeah, I ranked Zio up a little higher. Would it make a difference in gameplay? Nope. Okay. Get my SS rank. Eric, thank you. Now I can do this. Oh, sorry, not that. This. I can go to okay, get rid of these. Wait, did I collect it? Oh, I haven't. All right, 1 second. Whew, where is it? Do Castano. Okay. I go to my code link now, and I have like I now can complete my C2. Here she is. Here she is. My last C2. Yeah, we're all here to suffer. Very true. I'm really just waiting for Oz and Reflection to be in the story. That's all I give a crap about. When that is over with, I might just stop playing the game. We'll see. And of course, the what if stories. But other than that, I just like there's no value in this game. It's just garbage. And when you think about like what they had to do to make this game so unplayable, it just shows you how much they didn't give a damn. They were like, I love all these games when they first come out. This is kind of messed up, but they will they always make sure the monetization stuff is ready to go, right? You can pay for stuff immediately, but the game features are like, yeah, we'll roll that out as the game progresses. But the monetization, they make sure that stuff is working correctly and effectively, so they can steal all your money while they actually make a good game. It's like, I can't believe people fall for this crap. I know. We haven't. I think Akito is done, but we haven't gotten to Resurrection yet. We haven't done Reign of Darkness. We're still in R2. And I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. And considering they put almost no effort in retelling the story through their special line Shimo, whatever the frick it's called, who cares honestly? Come on, get to this already. What's taking so long? No, I want to upgrade the both of them. Yeah, Akito is done. That's right. Akito is completed. It's like 5 OVAs. I mean, it shouldn't have been that long in the first place, But whatever. Here we are. All right, let's go to dual mode and get to be done with this already. All right, what's the king and king and strategist? Everyone's gonna do Lelouch now. I bet you like every team has like Lelouch and every like all the Lelouches they want. Let's see. I'm just curious. Load up. Yeah, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see how many teams have Lelouch in there because it says strategist and king. Let's go to the very bottom. Um, Lelouch, Lelouch. Only one per team though. Lelouch. Oh, Bismarck. Damn, look cool he looks. Yeah, okay, here we go. Here's one team of a zero and Lelouch. Wow, I'm really surprised. I thought it'd be way more king team. There's like almost none. Well, I'm going to use a king team because that's how cool I am. I hate these bait teams, but we're going to face one of them. This is probably not going to go well, but we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. All right, I'm going to put in, since it's all kings this week, Lelouch, Lelouch, and then Lelouch. Another king would be Lelouch. All the kings, people. All the kings are together. I have another king too. I think it's well, not Mao. Mao is he's garbage. Oh, Yuffie's also a king. Well, I don't have her fully unlocked, but she's actually a good character in the game. Maybe I'll fix that later on. But yeah, we got a bunch of kings. Okay, so I want to give Luke that Geass power. That's oh no, they're not going to. They will not explain the story better because the only goal is to just show you something. No, they're not going to do that. If the other version of characters, or I'm sorry, stories, or any like sign of things to come, no, they will not. They are simply going to present the manga as it was originally done. So don't expect anything. In general, don't expect anything, but don't expect it from this either. No, I'd be shocked, but no, they won't be. Expect it to be a simple retelling. All right, here we go. Let's get pwned. Even though I'm using three kings, and they're all strategist types, so I should have the advantage. I won't though, because Oh, they'll just show you. Oh, that's not difficult. They'll just show you like the panel, and they'll have like text at the bottom. Oh, we're gonna lose really quickly. I saw some sprinkles. That's not good. Oh, we're gonna get killed really quickly. Told you, F this game. These teams are so stupid. Somehow this bullshit team beat mine. All right, we'll go with their bottom feeders. Unfortunately, this game is just not fun to play. Have I said it before? Because I'm saying it again. Kings and strategists still losing. See, there's a way to play this game actually intelligently because the characters do interact on some level, but it does such a terrible job of explaining it that I have no idea that putting certain characters together will do anything meaningful. I'm just like putting strong characters together and seeing what happens. All right, we won that one. Took out the bottom feeders. That's all I do is take them out. Yay. We won't be SS ranked for this week because it's near god impossible to maintain it from week to week. Let's see. Another bottom feeder. How's it going? I mean, the power creep in this game is real. That's all I'll say. Unbelievable. We got Shinkeis on Shinkeis. Technically, Layla is a strategist, but she's a queen. I guess I could use her too. Yeah, that was close. Almost lost there. I was like, bottom feeders. We nearly got destroyed. That was that was too close. Okay, let's do one more, and then I'll be done with this crap storm. I'm gonna go put in. Let's put it Layla in there. There we go. Come on. All right, here we go. I wouldn't count on it, dude. I'm just saying they're not explaining jack shit. I wouldn't count on it. All right. Have I done everything I want to do in this game? So we go on to Las Stories and try to get Cornelia. That'd be kind of cool, huh? Docastano. Let's see. I gotta do some more stuff here. I think. I got all the in here too. I got some more stuff here. Okay. I love everyone else. I bought everything. Colings, dual mode, abyss mode, that mode, this mode. Okay, I think we're good. Failed to summon Jeremiah like 1,000 times. All right, let me go in. Okay, let me get Lost Stories booted up. I don't know why I did that. That was stupid. I mean, it'll be the first time I done something stupid, huh? Okay. Let me boot up Lost Stories. Code Geass, Lost Stories. Meantime, I'm gonna go. Actually, here, let's do something else. I'll show you guys something while it's booting up. So you can actually pick a different character to use for the mode. I got this new Suzaku, so I'll use this one. Wonder why it hasn't loaded up yet. Oh, it's loading up. Okay, it's right here. Anyways, let me go get this. Let me just hit this too, so it doesn't like. I don't want the music playing. I won't get claimed. That's fun stuff. Getting claimed is always fun on YouTube videos. It's like my greatest joy. So I always move. Let's move Psycho along. I'll get her over here. I don't even wear this outfit before. I'll say one thing. It's a nice outfit, right? Look at that. It's nice. Kind of random that they put her in this story, but it's nice. All right, let me okay, close this out. Now you guys know the rules. I don't have the internet bandwidth to make this really large, so it's going to be as big as I can get it, while still maintaining a decent size. All right, guys, this is the sporting event. You know, the one where Yuffie and Cornelia are in it, and also Guildford. So that's pretty cool. A little bigger. I think as big as we can get it. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, let me just go to my volume. No, my volume mixer. This game's really loud. That's why I have it. Okay. Okay. What if Cedar gets pregnant by a face hugger? Would I give her a born to a xenomorph, or would a xenomorph have more abilities than C2? Well, I don't know. Hold on. Let me think about that. Because technically, the Predator alien was mostly alien, but with like Predator features. So that's probably how it would go down. I don't even want to imagine that. It'd be really gross. If you think about it, since you brought it up, C2 could be an unlimited farming supply for xenomorphs because they could theoretically keep breeding her until like end of time because she can't die. Now I want to die for thinking that. Thank you for introducing those thoughts to my head. But technically, C2 could be used unlimitedly to breed aliens. Thanks for making me think about that. I appreciate it. Ugh, now I feel dirty. Okay. Let's see who we're getting. Hopefully something good. Ah, gold! Look at that! Ah, the new detard. The new detard. Nice. For everyone jumping in, this is the Lost Stories section. All right, guys. We screwed up in Just Hard Code. Look at Cornelia. My God. Anyways, just my God. Okay. Let's try. I'm not gonna do too many because I'm saving up for different events, but like maybe we'll get something good, you know? At least a new Guilford. That's all I really care about. Here we go. This is good. It looks promising. Oh, we're getting a 4. Oh my God. Here we go. All right, gold. The new Guilford. Very nice. The new Guilford. Nice. Look at that. Look at that hunk of a man meat right there. Very nice. Okay. Bartley. All right. Rakshata. Okay. I assume it's Nina. Okay. Our gold king is Taizo. My first Taizo. Pretty cool. He's not that great in the game, but I'll take it. Good stuff. All right, buddy. Dude, calm down. Ooh, I did not get this column yet. Very nice. I did not get this column. This is the one her in that dress. Very nice. Not the new Cornelia, but I'll take it. Not a bad character at all. Lelouch. A knight. Rivals. Silver Annihilator. Tamaki. Silver King. Charles. And that's it. Pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to complain. We got a lot of new characters. And they're not bad. Okay. Let's try one more time for that Cornelia. Please, game. Be generous and give me Cornelia. You know, I just went through 70 summons with Janissary Code and got F all. So come on. Give me something good here. I don't think so. I don't think immortality is transferred genetically, so the answer would be no. Okay, Bartley. Oh, very nice. Not it. I think we have Monica as well. So we have everyone, all the members from the 3 group. Lancelot Club time. Very nice. Nunnally. And okay, Minami. And Rakshata. Charles. Nina. Ooh, upgrade. Taizo again. All right. All right, we'll try one more time. One more time. I'm a little disappointed, but I kind of wanted Cornelia, but I understand. This is just how it goes. I got the Guilford, so that's good, you know. But, unless I get an upgrade, I don't think so. All right, Nina. I think it's Rivals. Golden Knight. Ooh, Guilford. Okay. I think I maxed him out already, but still. This could be Monica. Yeah, it's Monica. Nice. Krasevsky. Rakshata or Cecile. Second, Guilford. Okay. Third, Guilford. Suzaku, Cecile, Rakshata, or Lloyd. Rivals again. And there you go. All right. So we got a lot of Guilfords. We got Taizo. That's cool. And then New Collins. So, not the worst ever. And again, the best part, I can still sell them to improve my other characters. Yeah, I couldn't get you, Cornelia. Whatever. I'll somehow live. We won't get that ass. uh, oh well. Maybe I'll fare better at the Halloween event. My bad. I gotta. This world. I gotta shrink the screen a little bit because the game's really slow to load. So I'm not sure. All right, let's start with some basic stuff here. Please be quiet, Rakshata. You're too loud. Okay. Total. Do we need her? I don't need anything, but I would like to have had her. No, we don't need her. It would have been nice to have though. So I have one for Schnitzel. All right. So we're done with Schnitzel. Let's go to Monica. Man, getting Dorothea is hard. We haven't got more than one since I started. Wait, did we? I don't think so. She might be upgraded because I used some lockets on her, but I'm pretty sure I haven't actually. Besides, I have not upgraded her since. I got Taizo. He's weird. He can speed up your units, which is kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. There might be some niche uses for him, but as far as I know, he's not that great. Here's the new D-Tard. It's too bad anime fans not in here because, they would have liked to have seen the new D-Tard. And also in this game, the first D-Tard's actually OP, so that's kind of cool. I got a couple Guilfords we can.
限界の先にまだこれほどの強さがあるとは。限界の先にまだこれほどの強さがあるとは。
Alright, so Guilford is. I'm not sure if I'm going to use him or not. I haven't decided yet. At this point, I'm kind of leaning on the no, but I might end using. Oh, I can actually max out Suzaku. Suzaku! Takes defeat! Yeah, see, last one first. Suzaku. You're welcome, buddy. I know people hate you, but I don't. Okay. I believe I got an extra Nodded, so I'll upgrade her. I got 2 Noddeds. Ooh, okay. Her and Cornelia are best friends. At least they were growing up. Maybe they not so much anymore, though. Has there been upgraded? Who needs to be upgraded? Speak now, or we're gonna move on. Okay, let's check the 4s. Oh, 2. Let's check the 2s actually. Backup one. Wrong character. I was going to Charles. Or Charlie, little Charlie. CD vs. Ripley, in terms of who's a better mother figure. It's not funny, dude. I think Ripley was a little better in that regard than C2. They both were pretty good, though. I'll go Ripley. That's my final answer. Do. That is absolutely wrong. Okay. Shut up, Clovis. No one asked you. Like, literally nobody. Okay. Rakshata. Why is she so excited? It's not that. I just leveled her up. It's not that serious, guys. Okay. What? Okay. Anyone else that I missed? Oh, Tamaki, of course. That malignant ooze. Why do you exist, buddy? Okay, moving on. Shit. I keep doing that. Okay. Okay, let's say everyone's good. I think all level 1s are also maxed out too. Let me just make sure. Actually, don't get rid of the 2 so they don't get in my way. No. Try again. Okay. Oh, Bartley actually wasn't maxed out. Oh, he could have been though. I just neglected him, as the show did too. Oh no, the game's gonna crash. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. There's a bug in the game where this happens. The animation doesn't play. Sorry guys, the game crashed. You're overwhelming the stream, guys. Stop it. It's like, so stupid. Yeah, the game crashed. Sorry about that. I didn't even do anything, but I'm still apologizing. I gotta mute it so you don't hear the damn music, because God forbid, you know. On my phone, it crashes all the damn time. All the time.
すっかり秋ね。そろそろ秋服出さないと。季節の変わり目は衣替えのタイミングに迷うわよね。
All right, let me go buy Yuffie at a store, huh? I heard of a guy telling me Ogi won Japan. Sorry. I argued with a guy telling me that Ogi wanted Japan to return to them wasn't a dumb idea, saying that what other countries are controlled by Britannia. I don't understand how one leads to the other, but okay. Cool story, bro, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but okay. It's really bad all of a sudden. I know, Cecile. Thank you for telling me. So I got 2 Yuffie so far. Let me go.
報告に行ってらっしゃい。今日はナイトメアの拡張してみない？
I know it's
戦い
really
方に
it's really
幅が
small.
出てくるわ
I'll
よ。
make it bigger when I actually start playing like the game seriously. Actually, let me do yeah.
人の背に隠れる指揮官に誰が従うというのです。強くなれば私も一緒に。
What does Yuffie even do in this game? Is she a healer? I'm not even really sure, to be honest.
強くなれば私も一緒に。 強くなれば私も一緒に。 私だって成長してるんですよ。
Let me get rid of Nade, even though I do like her, but we gotta get Yuffie powered up here. Damn it. I always die a little inside when I mess that up. And we'll be here all day. Okay, let's just I'll just set it to 12 and move on. Actually, I'll put in let's see. I'll put in Taizo and that fool in there. Ooh, okay. There we go. Oh, that's true. I can also go Shirley. Shirley. Where is Shirley? Shirley, where are you? There. Bunch of spammers. Okay. All right. Now I got some stuff. I guess so. We'll be wrong to say that. I guess. Man, I'm getting really tired. Okay. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do something. Oh, right. So the nightmare frames.
地道な改良。
How come I get Zaku? Oh, I can do it right now. Oh my god, that's awesome. Let's do it. Doing it. Totally doing it. Wasting all my monies. What do you mean it's not needed? Could you expand on what he meant by that? Telling me it's pretty dumb telling them all about the bomb he possesses. No, because according to Schneisel, it was part of their grand plan to fudge everybody, so I wouldn't call it dumb. If you like the story, it's not dumb because literally that was Schneisel's plan. So, what? What? Bro, what? No more stupid questions.
チューンアップした数
Somehow this is actually working decently. Oh, I may have spoken too soon. Yeah, I don't know what I should be doing right now in terms of like what I should go for. I guess we can do Toto's pretty good, but so is Colin. Actually, let's just do all my rooks. Yeah, see, I want to upgrade Colin a little bit here because she is really good. Her invincible like ability is actually bullshit. So, all right, let's go after that. Would you say Toto's had a better father figure to Suzaku or not? Would have been. Well, yeah. I mean, his father was crazy. It doesn't say a whole lot, to be honest. But yes, I agree.
来たかようこそデイリークエストへ
Let's do the.
さあお前はここで
Considering his father was a terrible person, that doesn't say a whole lot. But yes, he would be better. Okay, let's replace Schnitzel with the new Yuffie. Where are you? We'll start with Taizo, but I want Yuffie in there too. Detard. He's a special man. Okay. Oh, there's Yuffie. And that was pretty Gilfardo. Sorry, Nolene, but you have been replaced. Replaced and disgraced. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay.
せっかく来たんだろ満足するまで挑んでいくといい
What? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's locked in from yesterday? Oh, this game sucks sometimes. Yeah, but like you have to say why it wouldn't have made a difference. I mean, what do you mean it wouldn't have changed anything? It was part of the story. Like Schneisel literally used it as like his means to convince everyone that see, I told
大した
you
ものだな
he doesn't have
さすがは
your
予備
best
軍
interest. I proved it by not proving it. Look how smart I am. All hail Schneisel, the most massive manipulative asshole in all of Code Geass. Okay.
実に爽快な勝利だ。皇帝陛下もお喜びになろう。
Yeah. Can I upgrade Colin? I mean, I don't think I have the
大
resource.
したものだな
Let's see something.
さすがあんたたちナイト
I cannot. Awesome.
地道な改良だけど
I should like. Oh, I gotta do something else that's actually as important. I gotta sell stuff. Yeah, let's sell some stuff. Yeah. Got things to sell. Yeah. Go to my items real quick. How do I make my knight? How do I make some cubes? Let's see. Oh, I see. So I have. Wow. It has to be all or nothing. Okay, can I just do one at a time? Well, if I don't want to convert all my knight affairs into cube, we'll just do on a couple. You know? Yeah, like this. Well, if I just want to do 2 Sarlins as opposed to all 3, right? Let's do that. Okay, and what else we got here? Lancelot Club is pretty good. I kind of want to keep those, but we got we got too many of these mother chuckers. Let's do like 3 of these things. 3 of them things. Let's do 3 of them things. Okay. Can I upgrade the
ナイ
Lancelot?
トメアの開発に終わりはないわ。
Den Domingo. Okay. Anyways, I'm crazy. Do I have enough to improve the club? I do. I don't. I do. So I really like using the club as opposed to the Gloucester sometimes. But unfortunately, the game isn't making my life any easier for this. Alright, I guess we'll do this. I feel dirty. I'm wasting the pizza. It's such a waste of the pizza. Ugh. I feel so dirty doing that. Okay.
まったく働き者だな。
Stop with that expression. It's so annoying.
私は少し休むぞ。あとは
God, it's so annoying.
見事、聞きしに勝る武勇であった。このわしまで年がいもなく血のたぎる思いを味わったわい。
Twi. Okay.
来たか。ようこそデイリークエスト。
Stop. Okay.
姫様の騎士としてこの程度のことを。
なかなか頑張っているみたいじゃないか。
All right, let's do the fun
満
stuff.
足のいく
I got a question here. He was saying it's better to tell a leader about than telling everyone. Okay, but why? Why would be better? Exactly. No, everyone should know about it. Absolutely. You gotta yeah, I don't agree with that at all. The story, especially when Lelouch told everyone about having the hostages, that already invalidates the point. Okay, I gotta really careful here. The game is like a little fluky right now. 1 second. Okay. I don't want to go in the extra. Oh no, thank you. But the worst part is, someone told me if you pay attention to R2, the Geass makes sense. Some of it does, and some of it doesn't. I can't say yeah, it's all bad. Not only it's all bad, but a lot is bad. That is very true. Okay, let's take a look at our team here. Yep, pretty good. Although I'm heavily considering moving Colin out for maybe Guilford? Or Geno? Maybe Geno should be in there instead of Guilford. And give him the Tristan. Okay. And I'll take out her for, I guess we'll put Millie in there. And I want her with cheaper nightmare frame, so either one will be fine. Is Jeremiah using the correct one? No, he's not. And why is Toto here? I don't want Toto here. Piss off, dude. No offense, but we need cheaper units. It's like, what's he doing here? And I'll give him. Really, all my Gloucesters are being used. Damn it! Really? Who's using them? Oh, I guess that makes sense. How do you feel about using a Gurren? Let's see. The club is just not ready for being used. So, all right, I'm sorry, you're using the Gurren. I got nothing else for you, my friend. And that looks good. I don't know. It doesn't look good at all. I kind of want another elite attacker in here, so I'll put her in. Tristan seems a little bit too much, but I think it's my best attacking nightmare frame. I mean, there is the Bullrite kind. Nah, we'll go with Tristan. All right, what's worse, the Empire or Wayland Yutani? Oh, um, I'd probably say Wayland because at least with the Holy Empire, there was something good they were trying to accomplish. They never were going to. I mean, it wasn't really good, but they thought they were. I'm not even sure what Wayland Yutani was doing. It was ever good for anybody. Oh, my camera's gonna turn off soon. I should probably change the battery. Let me do that actually, real quick. I'm gonna change the battery. Be right back. Um, all right, and let me put the banner up 1 second. Here it is. See, you had it, didn't you? All right. Put this one back. Okay. Back to the comments. It doesn't explain it well, but the reason why he believes telling Lear is better because BK would still attack him and get the decision. Yes, possibly. But you're missing the point of like why it's a problem. It's true. This is a very good point. I went through really quick here. Okay. But see, here's the problem. It's not about if the Black Knights would have done something dumb as a result of being told information. That's not the problem, okay? It's not about what the Black Knights would have done or not done. The problem is because they didn't tell them about the Flare Warhead, Canon can't say, we want to avoid needless suffering. That's what we told you about it. No, you didn't make any conscious effort to do this. Telling Lelouch, I gotta pause, I'm about to rant here. Telling Lelouch that, or I'm sorry, telling Black Knight that they told Lelouch one time that it was a Flare Warhead is not a sufficient way to lessen the possible damages or trying to save people's lives. If they were so concerned about saving people's lives, they would have made every effort possible to let the Black Knights know there was a Flare Warhead on board the Lancelot Conquista. But they didn't do that. So it's not about like the whole like would the Black Knights have acted dumb or not. That ain't the issue. The problem is you can't have canon saying, "Well, Zero didn't tell you about the Flare Warhead, therefore you can't trust them." And the Black Knight should have said, "Okay, one, why didn't he tell us? Let's go through the logs and figure that out. And two, why didn't you tell us? Huh? You're just as untrustworthy as he is. You both hid it. Both of you hid it from us. Stop acting like it's just Lelouch who hid it from you. You also hid it from us. Okay? This is not an argument to show Lelouch is not trustworthy. This is an argument to show that you're not trustworthy. That's why it was so stupid. That's why I'm like, what? No. Anyways, I ran over there, but that's why it's dumb.
差をつくわけに。何度、
has nothing to do with what the planets would have done. That's irrelevant to everything. That's a red herring if I've ever heard one. I have no idea how the system works, but the whole sliding, I have no clue. Tizzle. It's so weird seeing Guilford use a Gurren, but that's all I have for him, unfortunately. How about this? Colin using a Tristan. Yeah, I don't know. The last challenge in this thing gets really crazy. These are pretty good, but these are decent. But that last one, ooh, it's a doozy. Okay, how are we doing on health? Looks like Colin took some hits, but otherwise it's okay. Everyone else is pretty good too. Okay, let's go. I'm pretty sure that Yuffie helps out in this case, but she's just not. I don't have her high enough a level, so it ain't gonna work. Yeah, that's also true. It's very true. Yeah. This stuff gets really challenging. We're cruising right along. We just finished the fourth one. Okay. Yep, knowing the change of the forces, I think Colin's doing a good job in her role. I'm not using Guilford that much. That's going to change very shortly, as you guys are going to see. Whew. It's too bad I have enough to upgrade the Lancelot Club, though. It's a pretty good nightmare frame in this game, anyways. Let's go. Oh, this one's a little rough. Okay. He almost got destroyed there. Okay. What? Please.
残念だがこの時点で貴様の負けだ。
すごい完璧だわ。大丈夫大丈夫。全然酔ってない。補充完了。まだ動かせるわ。
I don't want to do that.
そうですね。
Shoot.
最も愚か。これ以上奪われてたまるか。
やってくれる。
We need Millie to kill them over there. And then let's bring in Jeremiah. And then we'll bring in Guilford to defend. Where are you having this discussion? Is it on Reddit or Facebook? Where's this coming from? Damn it. I want to heal some of my characters, but it's okay. We're still doing very well. Reddit. Wait, what post on Reddit? Can you link? Oh, you can't link me. What post on Reddit was on the Geass subreddit? I don't recall seeing the argument. Then again, I don't really check it as much as I maybe should. I don't know, or maybe I shouldn't actually. The way you describe stuff, but yeah, we need Millie in two places at once. Ugh, that extra spot, man. When you need it, you just don't have it. Okay, I want to sacrifice Guilford for I guess we'll put Colin. Yeah, we'll use Colin because she lowers the. Actually, no. We'll put Yuffie in there. She's better, and I'll give her the other Soylent. Okay. I wonder which. I'm curious what's the post about, so I can take a look at it later. I usually check Reddit quite frequently, so if I saw a discussion, I would have noticed it. Maybe it was a side argument. Cecile? Oh, good question. Probably Olivier. Actually, it's Riza, but that's a hard one though. It's Riza, but either one. I'll say Riza Hawkeye. Okay, yeah. Well, to say what video? I'll check it out later. The thing about there's a couple side girls in that's a terrible way to say it. There's some side girls in FMA, but I'm not like the biggest fan of any of them. I don't hate them, but I'm not a big fan of them. Like there's you have the Bookworm, you have Maria Ross. There's of course Lanfan, right? But among those characters, I'd probably say it'd still be Riza. I mean, that's a popular character, but like, there's a reason for that. Um, trying to think about anybody else in the show. Um, trying to think what other side girls in that show. Oh, there's that girl who has the cannon for a leg. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Riza Hawkeye. Now for the minor one, probably Maria Ross. I like her a lot. Oh, also Rebecca. Rebecca. No, it's definitely Riza. That's one of the times where I go by the majority opinion on something. Um, Colin wasn't really doing much. Maybe we don't need her. I feel like we do though, because you never know until you do. I want to put Guilford in there instead, which that could be a huge mistake, but we'll see. What's the layout? Ooh, we're fighting against Guilford and Sexy Dalton. Sexy Dalton. I keep getting freaking. You ever get like the channel? Do you at least know what the video was called so I can look it up later? Like, what's the name of the video? I assume you could check your YouTube feed, your notifications. You could see where the argument was started from, right? I believe you can do that, right? That's my. Okay. Let's see. We'll put in Cecile. Yeah, you definitely want the Gloucesters in immediately because of the distance. Okay. Damn it! Nice. Oh, shoot. Damn it. Oh, no. Well, that sucks. Dalton's a range. Oh, fudge. Ugh. This is such a pain in the dick. He's going to shoot us from a distance. Son of a crap. Okay. Out. He's still out of range. Damn it. Cornelia, you have to leave. All right, now we're good. That's so. I forgot to put a D-turret. He can freeze everybody. That was so stupid. I'll bring in a D-turret for further stuff. What is it now? Got my phone. Okay. Oh, which was it? Was it Yabo Roshi? You know what the? Well, but when you check your notifications, what's the video called? Right? If you're going back and forth with someone, don't your notification tell you what video, the name of the video before you got into the argument? I feel like they would tell you, right? So I would do that to figure it out what the video or channel was. Unless it's been so long, you just don't have it anymore. Hold on, are we facing? Go back. Are we facing Dalton here? Or not. Okay, then I don't have to worry about it. If it's adult, then I have to be careful. When you say YouTubers who watched Code Geass, like I'm going through a current situation on my channel, which I'll bring up, which I'll talk about in a later video. But anyways, I see when you type in Code Geass, all I see now it's not video essays; it's just people watching, reacting to the episodes. It's really annoying, to be honest. So annoying. So saying that you watch a channel where they reacted to stuff doesn't mean anything to me. Because that's like every channel that does this stuff, unfortunately. Or seemingly every channel. Wow. Oh crap, I forgot about this. Hold on. No! Damn it, Yuffie. You couldn't stay alive for two. Damn it, Yuffie. Alright, I guess I can't use Yuffie anymore. She's just not strong enough. Alright, that's unfortunate. I guess I'll put Shirley in there instead. Hopefully she can be a little more effective. We'll see. Yeah. Alright. Rob Angers. Who's that? Let's see. Rob Angers.
I have to go.
I've never heard of this guy, Rob Ager. Yeah, I have no idea. I prefer any analysis in general, where someone actually looks they gave a damn. No offense, I know that technically it's allowed to do reaction channels to stuff, but like in the end, being honest here, they don't really add much value to anything. It's kind of annoying that's considered acceptable transformative content when it really isn't, but it's accepted as such. God, this game is so loud. Holy crap. It's true, they do. They do talk about the show. Not often though, but you talk about. That's true.
始める。
Oh,
相手にとって不足はない。このビレッタがお相手つかまつ。ここまでの見解と理解にある。残念ながらこの時点で貴様の負けだ。
damn it! I lost Suzaku. He only talked about Geass once, I'm aware of. Son of a gun. Alright. These last two are really tough. Okay. We gotta just find ways to stall Cornelia because she'll one shot everything. It's so annoying. Okay. Okay. What can I build? Great. Well, that'll come in handy later.
相手の出方を見る。
大丈夫、大丈夫。全然酔ってない。
帝国の先やり、参る。
私に任せなさい。補充完了。
修理の槍は決して折れぬ。テレビスだけ。行きます。
I'm not playing FMA anymore. That should probably answer your question. I said I'm not playing FMA anymore, so I think I answered your question. Which one's more boring? Damn it! Not Shirley. Oh. Oh my god.
今日はナイトメアの拡張してみない？戦い方に幅が出てくるわよ。
Look at my healers really quick. Oh, Shirley's barely up there. How about Yuffie? Oh, she's better, but she's just not strong enough. All right, I gotta bite the bullet, I guess.
誰が従うというのです。
What?
もう足元にはなりません。
Hopefully that'll help us here. There's no one really here I could take out, unfortunately. Yeah. Rain, rain, rain. Ring, ring, ring. All right, here we go. Jeez, that was close. I almost lost Cornelia there. Whoa. I have no idea. Lisa doesn't seem like the type who likes someone like Euphemia. They're both nice people, I guess. Yeah, because Lisa's a little. I mean. How the Lancelot and Gurin glorification retcon things? Wait. How did Lancelot and Gurin retcon things? I'm not familiar with that one. That's actually a good point. I know how glorification retcon things? How did Lancelot and Gurin retcon things? That one I'm not aware of. I haven't really gone through the manga in depth, so I don't remember what they retconned about that event. If you could be more clear, I'd like to know. Because I'll add it to the list of things to discuss. Because I do, in one section of the video, I will be going over the retcons. All right, this is brutal. This will take me several times to go through. So first I got to put everyone at certain spots. Nope, I already fudged up. Okay. I already fudged up. That's not how you do this. Okay. You big dummy. That's not how this goes. All right. If you hear drops, it's because it's raining outside. All right, Millie, calm down. He's just not around me. Okay. All right, so Seal has to go here. That's what I meant. Okay, then I'll put Suzaku here. We need Yuffie to protect Colin. Sorry, Cecile. I'm so tired. What am I doing? Okay. Shoot. No, damn it! Well, you gotta cover. Oh, we are so screwed. All right, I gotta re-strategize. This is. I gotta stop. Leto had the Geass list. What does that mean? I should read that up. What that means. All right, we got a problem. I don't think we need 2 healers for this mission, so UV, you got to go. And we're going to put instead we need another attacker, a good attacker, so probably Colin. Okay. It must be, right? I don't know. What do you mean Geass list? But Sally, before he could give it to him, he'll die in the Battle of Tokyo. So, what do you mean? You mean like, are you talking about like the list of the people who sorry, what was that? The list of people that suspected Lelouch's Geass on? Like, so what? Okay. Well, anyways. Alright, so Cecile goes here. Does anyone ever come to Suzaku here? Oh, that's weird.
このビレッタがお相手つかまつブリタニアの力を見せてやる。残念だがこの時点で貴様の負けだ。
補充完了。まだ動かせるわ。
Where did Leto get the list from? That'd be my follow-up question.
我が忠義の槍は決して納得するまで何度でも差をつく。相手の出方を見る。
私が止めてみせる。できないよと。負けない。
何したそうだ。
じゃあ2度に行くわよ。
そうか。
ブリタニアの力を見せてやる。
補充完了。まだ動かす。
このビレッタを見くびるな。
すごい。完璧だわ。
忠義の槍は決して折れぬ。姫様のために。大物がいるようだ。
行くよ。
指一歩。すぐに終わらせましょう。そうか。
そろそろネームの
何の野郎と同じことを引くぞ。
No, where's Lelouch? Oh no! Oh no! Damn it! No! It's over. It's over. Let me exit in peace, you mother chuckers.
それじゃ今日は解散。
Okay. Let's recap. What's been happening so far? Nothing. All right, let's back to it. Guilford sucks. Facts. No arguments. He's terrible. He had one job. Be a shield. He can't even do that properly. Some spearhead of the Empire. I mean, the Mordred's so useful here. I wish I had it.
相手の出方を見る。
大丈夫、大丈夫。全然良くない。
ゲレルスだけ。
ちゃんと確認した。
警告の先やり。何？
そうですね。嬉しい思った。50完了。まだ動かせるわ。私に任せなさい。
その威力なら忠義の槍は決して折れぬ。やってやるぞ。最も愚かなぞ。我が忠義の一撃止められるか。
じゃあ行くわよ。
我になりでも我が忠義の一撃止められるか。
このビレッタがお相手つかまつ。
That was I don't like. That was stupid.
納得するまで何度でも差をつく。相手の出方を。
我らの活路を開くぞ。道を開けろ。
そうか。
前へ出る。
我が正義は姫様のもとに。我が忠義の一撃止められるか。
私が止めてみた。
バカに構う必要などない。
攻撃止められるか。
誰と言っていいか。
攻撃
道を開けろ。前へ出る。私に続け。
納得するまで何度でも。
私の攻撃。
姫様のために。少しは楽しませてくれるのかな。今。
shit. Come on. Come on. All right, 1 second. Okay. Okay, got both of them out. You. All right, Vlad, finish her off. I'm really desperate. I'll even use this. Oh, but I'll hurt my own units too. I killed my own unit. It didn't work. I killed my own unit. Oh my god. Like, no better than Lelouch. Oh. Jesus, that was brutal. Lido? Look this guy up. Lido, code Geass. Lido often. Let's see. Okay, I'll have to read the manga. I'll have to take a look at that.
最近クエストへ迎えていないようだが、お前のことだ。何か考えがあるのだろう。改めて、ここから頼むぞ。ここでは様々なクエストに挑戦できる。己の限界を超え、勝利をつかめ。
Why did I play this battle again? The fudge? Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I'm kind of burnt out, to be honest. Let's take a look at this real quick since you brought it up. I don't really want to play this game anymore, though. I'm a little out of it. But let me take a look at this. I can't afford it. I'm surprised. Okay. Go back to training. Make sure I got that figured out. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Let's see. Read, Lancelot, and Aaron. I know I spelled it wrong. It's fine. I really spelled it wrong. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Next. All right, continuing on here. Okay. Sorry about the ads. Um, Yeah, I don't see the discussion so far. Some racism stuff, because classic Geass, but like. That's Lido, okay. Let's see. Um, Bradley, piece of crap, okay. Suzaku doing things. It's in chapter 18. Oh, great. I'm like really, I'll be forever. Okay. That's sort of the end of the story. Okay, chapter 18. Here we go. Fire the Flea. Okay. Oh, they retconned the whole thing. It's a completely different story because that's not what happened. He screamed at a different time, so that's not even accurate. Okay. Wait, what just happened? Did I just go ahead? Oh, whoopsies! I went back. I went forward. I was like, "What the hell? That was a big jump right there." Wait, where? Didn't the flare just get fired? Okay, 1 second. I must have went too fast and I lost track of my. Oh, somehow. Okay. Wait. I just went to chapter 18. Where was it in chapter 18? Let's see. He'll be heading Area 11. The bait has been placed, all to confirm the suspicion. Okay. All right. Okay. Um, the nightmare we have Black Knights. There's a question: what you value life most? That's from there. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, number was 16, huh? Some kind of wild bantha chase to find this. Okay. Yes, Your Majesty. Yes, my road. Okay. Yes, my road. It probably would be here because of the when the voice recording occurred. Here we go. The whole scene reminds you of the past, right? I don't really know what. I don't really know how that's proof anything. Look, dude, you put on a wild bantha chase. You know, I can only do this for so long. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, I see it right here. He recorded using Geass on the woman. Yeah, you're right. He put it like recording. Wow, that is a massive retcon. It doesn't say. I mean, the only thing I'll say about this is that the OSI wasn't working directly with, as they said here, with the military. But why would Ken and Amy suspecting Lucius of Geass in the first place? I know, like, there was. I want to read the whole thing in depth. I will say that, yes, this is a better explanation than the original series. It's kind of sad they had to retcon it twice to get it right, but hey, you know what? Better than nothing, I guess. Just out of curiosity, is that presented at the meeting? So let's see. All this proves, by the way, is that all this proves is wait, what? What happened? What? Okay. All this proves is that they messed up big time in turn 19, and it proves that the writers knew it. So when people defend the entire turn 19, this is direct proof that the writers admitted it was crap because they had to retcon it twice to get it right. I'm so confused now with these pages. By the way, I feel like we're in like I think the order is wrong here. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, it was this. Okay, okay, I got it. So you're saying this is an off-top thing. You're saying that the information was destroyed. So at the meeting, what did they present then? Just the Geass list they had originally, or nothing? Oh God, we almost killed her. This poor girl. Don't kill her, dude. That's wrong. Oh no. No longer useful. God dang it, Rolo. What the hell? Did he make her forget? Wow. Oh. Jeez. That was rough. That was rough indeed. Well, thanks for that goose chase. I appreciate it. Sort of. But yeah, okay. How long have we streamed so far? Oh, geez, 3 hours. Okay. Yeah, I can't go any more than that. I'm already a bit exhausted. But yeah, thanks for that. I'm gonna for my notes for the video, I'll take into account that massive retcon because that does introduce not necessarily problems within the story itself, like Lancelot and Gurren, but as a whole, that's kind of interesting. Anyways, thanks for watching the stream, guys. Maybe we'll do it next week. We'll see how much I can get done before it. But anyways, thanks for partaking as always, and have a great week, guys.